Welcome back, everybody. This is, if you've gotten to this point, that means you probably made it through part one of Beers on the Deck. So congratulations. Hope you're still with us and hope you still are excited to hear where we picked up or where we will pick up right here. So this is jumping into part two of Beers on the Deck 2021. Uncle Dallas just called in on Bullhorn, and he is going to take us home for the last couple hours of the podcast. I think you'll really enjoy this discussion. Things started to get pretty spicy amongst the group. We were having a really good time at this point, and we get into talking a lot about what we've got going on the home farm here, some bucks that we're looking at, some deep discussions about whether we're going to shoot or we're not going to shoot. A buck that we've got on camera right now that we're all pretty excited about, but he's kind of at that point where we're not quite sure what we want to do. So enjoy the conversation. Uncle Dallas is calling in, and we're going to have some fun. And we'll talk to you on Monday. See ya. Have a good weekend. Feed them.
Holy shit. I'm just so, like, it would make me feel good.
Oh, yeah. We can do that for you.
Yeah.
Hello?
We're going to be able to.
Uncle Dallas?
Hello, is this Perdner Pizzeria?
Oh! Can we take your order?
What's up, brother?
Yeah. Hey, I figured out the problem.
What was the problem?
The Bullhorn app is only supported on Android.
Oh. Is that right?
Apple doesn't support this app.
Well, there you go.
Well, we would have had way more listeners if.
Yeah, if we would have known that.
Yeah.
Come on, Bullhorn.
Now you're up from 1 to 2.
Yeah, yeah, it's perfect.
0 to 1, actually.
Uncle Dallas, what do you got for us? You got any questions for the Pertinier Pro staff here?
I have a question. When did you decide you were going camping?
Who is this?
Brian.
What? Jen? Get Jen off of here.
Oh, no, she's on here.
Okay.
I had to
Jen.
use her phone,
right.
So now she's on here. So
All right.
be careful with your words.
All right, we won't say anything bad
Yeah,
about
I
her.
definitely would never say anything different.
Yeah, it's good to know that she's here.
Also, don't say anything good about me.
Okay.
No, for sure.
The deer farmer?
That's right.
So who you camping with?
Who is this?
Dallas, have you been drinking?
Have you drank more than us?
Hey, if you ain't camping, you ain't drinking or something like that.
Oh,
If you ain't drinking, you ain't thinking.
No, wait, I
You're
got something.
fucking pussy, you're a fucking pussy.
I got something for
See,
you
now
guys.
I don't feel bad for what I said earlier.
I came here to drink shit.
Drink shit and eat beer.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
No.
So I logged on and I just heard Brian rambling on endlessly about some stuff. So have you guys had any interesting conversation tonight? Or?
No.
No,
That's my
been waiting
question.
for you all night.
What would you
That was actually a
tell?
question.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dallas.
No, that was my question. Have you talked about anything interesting tonight?
Yes, we have, sir.
Okay.
Matter of fact.
All right.
What?
Did you see the comment
Yeah.
under chat?
It works on Apple. We got Big Show Brandon's still with us, and he says he has got Apple, and he says it works. So
Dude,
you're full of
I-
shit, Dallas.
I took both of my phones. You can't even. I just clicked on the link you sent me. All right, it doesn't matter. Point being,
Quit touching your fucking microphone.
Do you think it's, Dallas, do you think it's an Amoga
A Moog issue?
No.
issue?
No, I actually came to that conclusion like 10 minutes ago, Danny. And I went and got my daughter's phone, and that wouldn't. You search it, and it doesn't even come up. It doesn't even show up in the App Store.
Worth a shot.
All right, well,
You are. You fucking
all right. I have a serious topic of conversation for you guys.
Okay.
So, if you had, let's just say hypothetically, that you had a buck living on the property that you hunt, and let's just say that he was a 130-inch 8-pointer, and he was looking real nice, but you knew for a fact that he was only 3.5 years old. Would you shoot that buck or pass him?
You need to let the neighbor shoot it.
Yeah. And then get mad at the neighbor for shooting it.
Well, I just talked to the neighbor, and he's kind of on the same fence as we are.
Are you talking about?
The neighbor that posted.
Just let it slip. It's not hypothetical. It's
Yeah. I think that buck, if he goes another, I mean, let's be honest. I've never shot a nice buck on the farm, and I probably won't shoot a nice buck on the farm for a while. So I'm going to say I'm not shooting him.
That's the problem, though. I mean, Billy, realistically, if that deer walks 15 yards in front of you during bow season, you going to pass that deer? I'm not going to get mad at you for your answer either way. Just
no, I mean, because he's going to be a split G2 on both sides.
It's going to be a 150-inch 4-year-old.
Yeah.
But it's going to be
3-year-old.
It's going to be, well,
He's 3.
but I'm saying
Right.
he makes it another year.
I know.
He's 130 now.
Yeah, but it's going to be tough to pass either way.
It'd be tough to pass.
well, we can make a pact. You guys want to make a pact?
I want to make a
Yeah,
pact.
none of the packs you guys ever made hold true.
What are you talking
Hey, we
about?
never made a
Come on.
pact
Listen.
before.
Listen, I'd rather make a pact on that, and then I'll shoot a freaking year and a half old. Is
Yeah.
what I'll do.
You told me
And
not
I'll
to shoot that one.
Yeah. You said don't shoot that one, so I'm gonna shoot this little guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Side note.
Danny, he's in your neighborhood too.
Yeah, Danny.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying. You guys make the pack and let him come over towards me.
I'm well aware of the pact, and I'll honor the pact. I know a lot of other hunters in
That won't.
the block that are not going to honor
But that's
the pact.
fine. I mean, you got to
So,
take your chances, you know.
I think that's
Well,
that's the whole part of it. If we are looking for 4-year-olds over 130 or over
Just
140,
4-year-olds.
if we're
Just
looking
4-year-olds.
for 4-year-olds,
120,
then we're
120-inch 4-year-old.
we're passing that deer, and you're accepting the fact that
That you might not shoot a
someone
buck.
like
Or, yeah.
someone we know could shoot that deer,
Yeah.
and they're going to be super happy with it.
Yep.
They're going
So
to be really happy with it.
If that
I know a lot of guys that are going to be really happy with that deer
Yeah.
in that block that we hunt.
Yep.
Which
No, I
we
agree.
It's not even a block.
That's fine.
What's the
it's
territory
not a
of a
block.
buck?
Right.
It's miles.
Well,
So you're
during the
s-
rut, it's miles.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
It's miles.
mostly going to be on that
Yeah.
Hey,
block,
guys,
which is 2
Guys,
square
remember
miles.
this. Remember this. He was a really nice-looking 2-year-old last year, and
Yeah.
most people in that neighborhood are shooting 2-year-olds.
Would've shot
But
him.
he survived that.
So,
He made it
Dale's,
through that.
how many people passed him, do you think?
Well, Nick says he did, and you did, right?
You
Yeah,
saw him?
I never heard that Nick did. But
You saw him?
second
Well, he
day
just
of
told
gun
me that-
season, he came 10 or 15 yards
Wow.
behind me.
Trigger. That's
Nick-
impressive.
And I just
Nick
let my
just
gun
posted
hang.
a picture of him
Rest
tonight,
my
and I,
case. It was impressive last year. You think he's going to skip on it again this year?
Yeah,
Well-
we saw the picture.
the older they get, the harder they are to kill. So, I mean, hopefully he can
Right.
survive, without anybody getting
Yeah.
him. But, like, he's a bigger buck than most of us have ever killed. I mean, depending on where he's at. I mean, he's a big damn buck. That's what I'm just saying. Like,
No, I know it's tough
I'm not-
because
I'm not picking on you guys, but I'm saying if he walks in front of you, like,
I don't want to shoot him.
I'm not going to get
I
mad
don't
at
wanna
anybody
shoot
for
either.
shooting him, but
Don't. Here's my answer to you, Dallas. Is you don't hunt. You don't hunt. You don't hunt that buck. And
Well,
I'm well, like I
What does
get
that look
I
like
get
for
what
you,
you're.
Danny?
Just go somewhere else. Just go, like, I don't care. Shoot 2.5-year-olds elsewhere. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a hard thing to do. We all have other
Right.
places to hunt. We all have
Yeah.
places where we can shoot deer. If we are trying to shoot a 4-year-old deer in that block, then we don't shoot.
I feel like you're getting
That-
emotional.
No, I'm just saying. Like, it's
well,
pretty
easy, but
it's a
until
pretty-
something comes running by you and you
Yeah.
can make
That's
a
what I'm-
split
that's what I'm-
decision.
And
Yeah.
you
Hitting
don't.
it.
You don't.
But that deer is incredibly unique.
Yeah.
Split G2s. It's just like unheard of.
I see it.
yeah, but
Yeah.
his kickers are really small though. Like, he's going to be hard
Yeah.
to see.
They're going to be hard to see. You're
I
going to see
know,
big tines.
But he's continued to keep that. He had that last year, and he has it again this year. And you would have to think when he gets to 4, it's going to blow up even more.
So
If we can keep that deer local,
let's talk about the last buck that we thought was 3, and we needed to not pursue him. he ended up being a
Dagger.
mid-140s, dead in the hedgerow. That's pretty disappointing. I'm still not saying that we should have shot him. We didn't even hunt him. Nobody really. Billy's the only one that saw him.
And I saw him only because my mother-in-law told me that he was out chasing a doe in a field.
But we still think he was 3, and we really did not want to shoot him.
Right.
If that buck made it, he could have been a 170. So, he could have been from 146.
There's a good reason to let a deer to live till it's 4 years old, right?
Yeah, that's why you didn't go. So
yeah.
Here's the problem though, is that we don't have a picture of a 4-year-old on the property yet this year because
not for sure, no.
Because our top 3 bucks last year got killed, so we have no. I mean, we know that one buck that you found the shed from. We know he's 4, and we know he's in the neighborhood, but he's not a regular on the property.
We're not sure. No.
I can't.
So we don't.
If we have seen him, he's not bigger than last year.
No.
It's not. We have no pictures of that deer because he'll stand out when he shows up. You'll know it.
Yeah, I think so.
But he
I'll
doesn't
make
live
this
there.
argument the whole time, Dallas, is 2 years ago, at least three 3-year-olds got shot in that block.
Yeah.
And last year,
That we know of, at least 2 or 3 bucks got shot as well. So I think hopefully the idea would be is we're shooting bigger deer or letting bigger deer go.
Yeah.
And hopefully what happened 2 years ago doesn't happen again. What happened last year doesn't happen again. You can't think about it as what happened last year is going to happen this year. I think you have to think about it as what do we want to happen.
No, I'm just saying that there's no target bucks. I don't have a target buck right now. You know what I mean? Right. In that neighborhood anyways.
Yep.
So like last year, I don't give a shit if somebody shoots a 3-year-old or that they shot 3-year-olds the year before because I had a 5.5-year-old buck that I was targeting. You know what I mean? Like I had something to focus on where right now I don't.
So why wasn't there, 4-year-olds and 3-year-olds last year, We had that one 5.5-year-old buck and then a bunch of 2-year-olds, Obviously Norm was around 2 years in a row, but it was only at the end of the season, so is that going to be a similar thing this year,
Right.
So that would be our only potential target buck because he's 4.
Right.
And he probably isn't going to be huge, but he's going to be a good buck.
He
should be a good buck. He should be a better buck than what we've shot.
Yeah.
But where is he?
So we talked about. I think I'm raising my hand saying I'm not shooting that buck this year. I don't want to shoot that buck this year because I think that deer could be something really, really special at 4 years old.
Yep.
And I think that's the importance of us. In that, I know, like we talk a block, and it's not that much area, but
it's a couple square miles.
The best cover and some of the best habitat is what we have and what Nick has. And I think if we can keep deer in that area and not push them out of there. When I say Nick, I mean it's that whole area. It's Dustin's, it's Clark's, it's all that.
I was going to say you need a few more people to read all that.
Well, let me put odds on this, guys. I'd say that if Dallas, Brian, Billy, Danny, and Nick don't shoot that deer, like if we pass that deer, I say he's got, and you got to figure all the hunters.
75% chance.
Yeah, he's got a 75% chance of making it until next year. Like that's pretty much. That's the exact
huge chance.
Yeah.
It's pretty high.
Unless I shoot a big buck where I plan on hunting in archery, I don't plan on hunting our block, generally.
Yeah. You've got another spot that you've got some big bucks on. So do I.
My dad's going to be in there, and we know who owns that, and there's a lot of people that hunt that area, so they might be in there. But hopefully Hopefully those big deer,
Those big beer deer.
the big, hopefully those deer make it through. But
Dallas, you put more work in than any of us on those food plots, and I don't think it's a fluke that over the last 10 to 14 days there's been like new bucks showing up. There's been a lot of game showing up on camera that we haven't seen with turkeys and things like that.
All of a sudden we got turkeys on our property again.
Yeah. Like, I just think the food and the habitat, everything we've got going on is just, it's happening, you know? And I think it's just going to get better as we move in throughout this late summer and into fall. And, you know, I think if we approach this the right way, like, I think that buck there is a buck that could be our next, like, everybody's dream buck. Like, a freaking split G2 whitetail. On both sides. Like, that's a badass whitetail to go after.
Yeah. Well, and I think, you know, everybody's, like, next year he could be everybody's dream whitetail, but if you want to talk about a whitetail property, is you want to have one where in October, November, December, a mature buck moves into your property.
Right.
You know, and that's what I'm still hoping for at this point, because we've just in the last week we've had 2 or 3 new bucks show up on the other side of the road.
What was that buck that showed up this morning?
I think he's one of those 8s that we've
He's
had
a nice
picture.
8.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what he is, but he looks
I'd shoot him. He's fairly normal.
You know,
I think
we
he's
had a
3.
couple. Yeah, he's at least 3.
Based on his frame size, I think we've had 2 new 3-year-olds show up on that side of the road this week, which, you know, I think that's an indication that you can bring deer into the property.
And they're walking by 2 cameras in a day.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. And that side of the road, the deer are killable over there too.
Yeah.
They are, and that's the thing. If we can actually,
just ask my 270.
They're gonna have to make it to you, Dallas.
Yeah. What are you doing, Dallas? So, I mean, did we answer your question?
Yeah, you did.
So you're done being a dick.
So we're good. We're good. I think
we're
all on the same page.
Are we all on the same page?
Should we need to? I mean, you said.
Why don't we just kill him now so we don't have the chance of seeing him during deer season?
I got spotlights on the back of my side by side. We'll just go out and take care of it.
Because I am 100% against killing him.
Yeah.
It's just that I know that I've been in situations before where you kill a buck, you didn't know what it was, or say it's the rut. I do not want to kill him.
Yeah.
I know guys that are hunting. Well, the property I hunt.
Yeah.
The deer's gonna get shot.
Your father would whack and stack that some bitch faster than you could.
Which he's gonna be super.
It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter.
It's gonna be one of the best deer he's ever shot.
Yeah.
Maybe the best deer he's ever shot.
That buck he shot at the end of the season a couple years ago was a freaking stud of a buck.
Yeah.
Great deer.
That deer, if he had another year, would have been 150.
Wow.
He
thought that was a no, so
yeah, but that was
that's a different story.
Yeah, that was a Polish situation there.
He was shit.
Yeah.
But that was the one with the muzzle loader in the hedgerow.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to Dallas. Are you thinking much today?
Are you thinking?
Oh yeah, I've been thinking since yesterday afternoon. I've been thinking hard, Brian.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've been thinking hard.
Somebody wise once told me.
Yeah.
You ain't drinking, you ain't thinking.
That's right.
Oh man, I think I hear it the other way. I would say, if you ain't thinking, you're drinking.
No.
If you ain't drinking, you ain't thinking.
That's right.
That's right.
There's one more that wise man once told us, but
we got a question on here. We should answer quick. Aaron's still with us.
On.
And he asked.
You still with us, Aaron?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
I know, it's amazing. What kind of backpack are you guys going to use and the max weight? So I'm using a Kafaru, and that thing can handle a lot of weight. I'm a big fan of the Kafaru. It cannot handle the shit thing. Oh my God, Danny. You guys are going to have to get up.
Yeah.
I smell that.
Good thing I don't piss again.
There's no way that's stinky.
There's no.
Well, this is. I'll start with this, Danny boy.
Okay, a Kafaru. I run a Kafaru. Can easily handle, 80 to 100 pounds if you need to, or more if you absolutely need to. But going in with probably 50 to 60 pounds is probably what I'm been running.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Danny. I'm going to cover up.
I've got a Kafaru 357 mag is what I'm running this year. Hopefully 25 pounds and under. I'll run it. Like if I'm going in whitetail for a full day sit, that's going to be my rig this year. If I'm under a half day, I probably won't run it. Over a half day, if I'm going to be full day, I'll run it. Or if we're like in PA if I'm on a backpack hunt, I'll run it as well. On a backpack hunt, hopefully I'm in like the 15 to 20 pound range. I'm not going to Colorado, but if I'm going to Colorado, I would hope I'd be in like the 60 or under pound range.
Yeah.
And that's the important distinction: is what are you hunting? Because if you're hunting whitetail, you don't need much of anything. You can kind of just, you can throw the old Jansport on, and you pretty much just need to drop an extra layer and a couple calls in the bottom of the pack, and you're good to go. But if you're doing the backpack type hunting, if you're going to PA or whatever, that's when we're obviously out west. That's a whole other story. But it depends what you're hunting.
Yeah. Brian, you've been all over the place on packs. What do you?
Yeah. What do you run in Colorado this year, Brian?
You're excited about this, Danny? Huh? You been drinking?
Well, he's been thinking.
Thinking. A lot of thinking.
So this year I'm gonna run a Mystery Ranch, which I've been running I've been practicing with 50 pounds all year. Very comfortable for me. I mean, I'm a pretty little guy.
You're a 20.
To say the least. So I mean, it feels good to me. I think the Kafaru is probably as good as it gets, or what I mean. Like I don't know. AJ's running. I like
Kuyu.
his pack too. It's a Kuyu. It feels really good. Like, have you put it on?
No.
I know that you
Comfy.
probably don't have balls enough to put it on, but it's
I put
really.
it on. I don't know. It's fine.
No,
Yeah.
like I'm not sure if the quality's is it's definitely not probably as good as a Kafaru, but it's comfortable. I'll tell you. Like I just threw his on. The waist belt was a little big, so it like tightened up. I just barely got it tightened up, but it felt freaking great. And my Mystery Ranch, I'm not sure if it's perfect, but it carries 50 pounds better than my old pack carried 35. So, I mean,
yeah.
I usually, when I go out west, I carry 30 pounds all the time. I'll carry 40 here and there just to try and get it going. But I've been carrying 50 all year, and it's fine.
That's great.
It's freaking fine. Like, yeah, you get hot and sweaty. I just keep adjusting it. You know what I mean? It can sag down, but it carries weight like nothing I've ever carried. So
yeah,
to me, it's good. I'd like to, if your pack would fit, I'd like to actually put the same weight in it and
see what it's like.
You know what I mean? If it's like years better, I would freaking sell this shit and
if you want.
Well, but I'm telling you, the Mystery Ranch, I don't know, I don't know what the quality is going to be like with that, but they're supposed to be pretty good. A lot of people use them, and I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
So,
what's your experience been with a Kuyu?
I have nothing to compare it to, but I love it. And the fit, I've been carrying around, what was it, 45-ish?
Yeah, it was 40-something.
40-some pounds there. And
which one do you have? Because you buy a pack, right? You don't buy a bag and a frame.
You got to buy 3 things there, right? You got to buy
you
the suspension, the frame, and the
pack. Yep. So the packs are interchangeable, and you buy the suspension and frame. for it.
So you got a 6,000, right?
Yeah, the pack I got right now is the 6,000.
Okay. Is that what your dad ran?
No,
Yeah.
he had his is the model before. His is only like 52.
I was gonna say I didn't think his was 6,000.
And like right now, mine is pretty small. It's only a 52.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, like to the first timer, I feel like it doesn't matter.
No. It's gonna suck either way.
Yeah, it does.
It's just gonna
matter.
suck.
Like if you're going out, so you're from
Good point.
You're from the eastern United States, from Ohio south or east.
Ohio.
Yeah, like you're just not. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like all these guys that say like, "Oh, this sucks. This is good. This sucks." Like they just Westerners run packs all the time. We run packs for. You're gonna go out there for 7 days, 10 days, and you might have that pack on for 5 or 3 of the 7 or 10 days. Like it just doesn't matter. I took an EXO. I'm just from personal experience. I took an EXO out. You love your QU. You took what was the first pack you took out there? No, it wasn't a Badland.
No,
that was
your
Kelty. You took a Kelty out.
I have my Cabela's.
You took a Cabela's frame pack out. I took an Alps. I took an Alps frame pack out. Like
my Kelty was pretty nice until you put another pack on that sits on your hips, and it's like,
oh, okay, yeah.
You know, you got to have 2 people to tighten the hip for it to stay on, then you can't walk because you can't move your fucking legs. You know.
So aside from that, but like we can recommend packs all day long.
I think any good pack, like we've mentioned, are probably.
I can say though that weight makes a big deal.
Oh yeah.
We took frame packs out our first year, and
had
those
70 pounds in them.
Those frame packs were
plus pounds. We were way
over. Yeah. I think we had to be. I feel like if I had to weigh my pack that day, we were at.
With our guns on our pack, we were.
So probably at least.
Did you guys just not listen to anyone, or did you not get
advice
from anyone? Like,
no, I think 80 might be underselling.
Yeah, you guys.
I think 80 was underselling the pack.
I listened. I mean, so this was back in. So that was 2017.
2017.
Yeah.
And then like
that was your guys' first trip.
2015, 2016 is when Gritty Bowman started, and Aaron Snyder was on there with him, and they were like talking about this stuff all the time. Like there was the whole.
And they don't care about weight.
Everything built up though. Like they were like building up this whole platform. Like hunting podcasts were just starting
then,
and like I was all in, but like I had so much freaking shit. Like I probably had 15, 20 pounds of food. Like I had a lot of freaking
20.
food. Yeah.
I had like 10 of vodka, but you had like 20 food.
Yeah, but
we were shooting muzzle loaders, and I had enough rounds. I had like 12 rounds. Like 12 rounds. You know how hard it is to shoot 12 rounds on a muzzle loader?
It's not that hard. Like,
it's pretty fucking hard.
So to answer Aaron's question, I think I'm really hoping to have less than 40 pounds.
That's impressive.
I would love
that's
to
without
see
my gun.
you.
But I think,
and he's only carrying food for half.
For 5, I'm going to carry food for 5 days. But I'm hoping to have 35.
I think is smart.
I'm hoping to have 35 pounds without a gun. So I'm hoping to be at 42 or 3 with a gun.
I think,
and I think I can do it because I think I have. Now my newer pack does weigh a good pound more, but it carries the weight so much better that I'm not worried about that. And I've cut so many pounds of food, clothing, and just non-essential, stupid fucking bullshit. You know, if you think about the stuff that, like, I don't know, I've carried a lot of stuff around that it just really didn't need to go with us.
We talked about the Garmin Rhinos. I mean,
and now if you're going way into the back country and trekking for the day to hunt, I think you need them. But like, I think we kind of have like, if you're in a one canyon and you're not changing canyons, how hard could it be? you camp at the bottom or at the top, and you either got to go up or down to.
So
Hey,
I guess this is maybe my question to
Is
you
Dallas trying
guys.
to jump in here? We keep cutting him off.
Dallas, what's going on?
Don't forget the importance of the Garmin Rhino of knowing where your friends are. So if you have any kind of problem, like if you have to go find them, worst
but
case.
we already know that some aren't going to take it, so then it's not going to benefit us to all have it. You know what I mean? Like, so say 2 out of 4 already aren't going to take it regardless, then is there a need to have?
And we get
I think we ran into
decent
that last time.
cell service in there.
Yeah,
I'd have mine with me.
well, the thing is, we can call and text up there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
So I think that's what we're thinking about. I mean,
Safety wise, I'd have mine with me because no matter what happens, some sort of emergency, you could find me based on just pinging my radio.
I almost wouldn't mind carrying it, but not like on the exterior. Like keep it with me in case I absolutely needed it.
but would it be on?
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to have it on. You got to have it.
It's got a weather radio on it too. It's waterproof. Yeah. I mean, cell phones fail. I mean, it's an electronic device.
Well, so
no, we're not.
Your point, Dallas, is having a second communication device on you, right?
Yeah, for sure. Have a backup. I mean,
I might.
Where you guys are going hunting, it's no joke. There, you guys run into a storm or something, and you get stranded.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're screwed.
There's a bunch of bears in there and stuff.
Yeah.
Bear fuckers.
Well, so this was going to be, it's kind of leading into my next question is, so you guys go 3 days and there's nothing. Your hunting is nothing.
I'm going to have my stuff everywhere.
You don't see anything. What's your evacuation plan? What are you doing next? And are you thinking about what you're like, so
I have ideas.
So you have food for 5 days, and you're 3 days into your food up into that area,
and you got nothing going on.
You've got 2 days of food left, and you got nothing going on.
Right.
What do you do?
What's
your evacuation plan? Yeah.
So are you interested in? We know where we camped originally the last trip.
Yeah, I would go back.
But then over to the next. To that pass over there. We know what we're talking about.
I'm gonna not
that area. That area, I'm extremely interested in.
I'm more than interested.
Is that the one we started talking about earlier?
I don't know.
No,
you're talking like 5. You're talking like 5 more miles from where we were.
Yeah. But
it's just miles and stuff. You're already elevation wise.
I know. I just want to make sure we're all aware of.
You're getting all uppity here with your fucking seltzers, okay?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
Hey, your fucking seltzer,
like, you're
Yeti.
fucking. You're from where you parked. From where you parked to where
I'll tell you what, 5
where,
miles.
Yeah,
is where I would like.
I would go
the area
and
over
then
there.
There is a main trail that goes back out to
I would go
the road.
That way.
Right.
I would go in that way. I would 100% start from the bottom of that trail and go in and just try and hunt. Like,
so here's the issue.
That's an awesome spot. No one hunts that spot. There's no way anybody hunts that.
We have a major issue with where we hunt.
Passes.
People coming from everywhere.
No.
Are you talking passes or units? Yeah, right.
We have a major issue with where we hunt because it limits us.
I was going to say, what's it like?
You know, if we could just hunt anywhere we wanted, if we could go every pass we wanted, life would be good.
I know. That's like Tard was asking me what our backup plan is. I'm like, well, we might just pop over that pass and go hunt the other unit.
That's why bow hunting with an elk tag is so nice because you can just
go
anywhere.
Yeah.
You can just go up there. You can just hunt. That's why it's so stress-free to just get a bow tag, just pay the $660, take your bow, just go out, just enjoy it.
Yeah.
But when you have a gun, things get tricky because you can see over.
But you can't go over.
But you can't go
over. It's like
over.
you can see it, but you can't touch it, you know?
Oh, look at all those
deer over there. I can't.
I'll throw it up. Go north. the passes north. The passes north from there.
I want to also.
The passes north from there are awesome.
I agree.
Are just unbelievable, and they're untouched.
So here's the problem, Danny. You got to go all the way back down to the bottom to go back up to each one of those draws.
Yeah.
So that's why, and
do.
I guarantee that, like you said, not many people are going up there. But it's going to take you half a day to get up there.
Yeah.
And it's either going to be something or nothing.
Right.
But how do you know if it's something if you don't go
But at
up
least you're going for, like, you got some hope at least.
Oh, yeah. No, they're all great.
I think we know, personally, that where, so,
Running out.
here's my take,
We
we tried in that area where we spent like the first 2 nights last time.
But I think that's going to be good. I think that's good stuff.
Yeah, okay, so.
But we didn't see much.
But we didn't, I don't think we picked apart
How hard did we hunt?
Yeah, we didn't pick apart those.
I think it's a good spot.
Yeah.
It looks good. Yeah. It is good, I think.
I think when I look back on our last trip, I think the thing I hate about it the most is that, like, personally, during the day, like, I should have been glassing those, like, just random spots. We had so many random spots on those hillsides where we could have been glassing.
Right.
And we just kind of, like, I don't know.
But it goes back to the fact that it was literally 2 days that we hunted.
Yeah.
During that we had.
It was a full Saturday, and Sunday morning we hunted before we helped get deer out, get that elk out.
But then we had Tuesday and Wednesday. That was it.
Right.
If you look at full days. Nice, Danny. Good function of it. Oh, Dallas, you're missing the operation of this. What is that? What is that thing? Is it Igloo? It's a Playmate by Igloo. Dallas, Uncle Dallas, we need more out of you.
Yeah.
Danny's old school.
Yeah, he got this thing for $15 at a garage sale.
He's got the old Playmate cooler.
Yep. What are you doing, Dallas? Are you planting any cover crops down there at the old fucking campground or what?
Not sure what that means.
Yeah, you put any seed in anywhere?
Hey, I'm laying seed everywhere I go.
Nice. Just make sure you put it on mute, all right? That's all I'm asking.
So, who you guys with? I know you don't want to talk to me.
Yeah, because you didn't tell us where you're going.
Who's that?
Huh?
Man, my one feeling is almost hurt.
Oh, we're with Jen's family.
Oh, super.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you having a bunch of conversation about a bunch of liberal shit, or what's going on?
Yeah. No, we did that yesterday. I got in trouble.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Dallas.
I got yelled
Why is
at.
anybody surprised?
Well,
yeah. You know, if you can get in trouble for saying what you think, I guess that's worth getting in trouble for.
Yeah.
Right?
Appreciate you, Dallas.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, friend.
Well, appreciates you guys too.
You guys are having fun though?
Oh yeah. I made a slamming dinner tonight for everybody. Venison backstraps wrapped in bacon.
Ooh, we had the same thing. Hot peppers, bacon.
So I just do the I did a little marinade like a steak and chop marinade on the backstraps, and then I wrapped them in bacon. Then I did Chevette's chicken, and then I did peppers, onions, and portobello mushrooms, all marinated in balsamic vinaigrette, and then grilled them on the old actually I just put them in the electric frying pan, and that was awesome. And enough for like 10 adults and 10 kids.
yeah.
It's freaking good.
Backstraps.
And I even got some leftovers.
Oh.
So how far away are you?
Just
Can we
let
come
it-
down there and get some?
It's
Yeah.
only
extra?
45 minutes.
Yeah.
We had just let
Yeah.
loose.
You can drive my side by side there, right?
Yeah, you got gas? There's gas stations on the way.
I got
Came
some
out.
5-gallon gas tanks at home. You can throw those in the back.
Came out
Alright.
good too. And I managed to cook the venison so that I had some like medium rare and some medium. So then I sliced it all up.
Oh, no.
Oh.
You didn't. Oh, no.
Then I sliced it all up and put it in a pan so that everybody could choose kind of like what kind of meat they wanted. Oh yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. Tonight, I cooked. I had a round roast. I put it on the smoker. It had wet aged in the fridge for about a week and a half. And then Sarah decided she wanted to make some sort of
Sounds tough already.
some sort of dish. So I smoked it for about 30 minutes. And Sarah wanted some sort of a dish that she was making with she was making zucchini pasta, where you
Let's go to venison.
yeah.
Oh, like a bowl.
So she spins it, she
Oh yeah.
works it,
Yeah.
spins it through this thing here.
Yeah, that spin is good.
Yeah, and it's like pasta, but is it zucchini or it's cucumber?
No, it's
It could be it's
Zucchini.
zucchini. Yeah.
I get them mixed up because they're all just
They're all
cylindrical, just massive.
They're all wrong to
Vegetable.
you.
Yeah.
Billy's watching Sarah.
just,
Shred it.
just
How
enjoying
could she
this.
do that with her hand?
Yeah, I know. It's amazing, the talent. But then she's like, you need to take that off there. We're going to put this in the skillet. We chunked it up into little 1-inch cubes.
So you already had it smoking though for a little while.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Mm.
And just like Uncle Dallas said, I was able to get some that was some that was medium for me,
Mhm.
some that was cooked for
That's the
her.
important part.
So I think this is the most important part of our conversation tonight because we cooked 2 10-inch hunks of backstrap tonight. Molly made her own, brown sugar.
She mixed up a batch.
She mixed up her batch, picked the fresh hot peppers from the garden, wrapped them in bacon, chunked them up into 1-inch. Oh my goodness! This is where we're going with all this. We between all of us, how many
No.
backstraps
Keep
did
going.
we eat tonight?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Keep going.
you had me at backstrap.
I didn't think you were done yet. You got more? You got more?
I'm quick.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
I just fire them up and let them eat.
So Dallas had venison tonight. I had venison tonight. Brian had venison tonight.
I'm tomorrow.
Tomorrow, AJ's gonna.
Yeah.
Danny.
So
You gotta shoot more than one fucking deer a year.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, you can't grill it until you kill it. That's what it's all about, Danny.
Yeah, Danny.
Banner.
You just start pulling the trigger.
Can't put them in the
Listen.
freezer if you don't start shooting.
You're gonna
Yeah,
add.
very-
You're gonna have
he's
another mouth to
methodical.
feed too.
That's right.
Yeah, you're gonna need to shoot a lot of
Yeah.
deer this
You
year.
have to shoot at least 6.
Empty
Baby-
gunner,
baby needs deer
dead
meat.
deer. Dallas.
Baby needs deer meat.
Damn! Woo!
Woo!
I have a lot of venison left.
Yeah, me too. But
Yeah,
we've been
go
eating a lot.
Oh, lately we've been just crushing venison, but it's not a bad thing.
We've been eating just backstraps, and we have a lot of more backstraps. And then,
And how many did you shoot last year?
I don't know, baker's dozen.
Which is what is a baker's dozen?
What's that?
No, I don't know. I don't know. Oh,
I think
What
I
do you?
I'm not the DEC.
Counting?
I'm not the law.
There's no law
I'm not
here.
really sure. 5 or 6.
I mean, you had a couple of years there where you just weren't yourself.
No,
know?
that was bad. And then I went out to Pavilion and just kind of made up for it
Yeah. There's a lot
with
of
the
deer there.
rifle. And then I didn't shoot a deer until November this year.
That's right.
The last 2 years, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The year before, I thought was.
I haven't shot a deer with my bow in 2 years.
Oh yeah, so I didn't kill a deer until almost Thanksgiving this year, and I ended up with 8.
A baker's 8.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what guns are for, man.
Yeah.
They just go off so easy, don't they? They're
Yeah.
Dallas.
Dallas. Dallas. Let's. Okay, so I want to turn this one on Dallas. Question back to you. How do you feel about the new New York gun season late December?
I'm getting a boner right now.
What's your wife doing?
Are you 10 hot?
Dan Hot.
I mean, seriously, this is like the most exciting thing about deer
Couldn't
hunting that
get
I've
better,
heard in a
right?
long time.
No.
I mean,
It makes you want to save tags till late season, doesn't it?
I have a better question. How does your wife feel about it? Or does she know about it?
we haven't talked about it yet.
You haven't officially talked about it?
We haven't really talked about it yet.
No, and
Have you guys taken that week off of work yet?
here's my advice for you. I would not officially talk about it. Because that may be just a gentle surprise.
No, I think
Surprise! I can hunt after the holidays.
I think on Christmas, the night of Christmas, when I go to sleep and I'm like, I gotta get up early and go deer hunting in the morning. And she says, "What? What are you talking about?" I want to be like, "No, what? It's
You didn't read the DEC page?
Just
No,
give
it's-
Mrs.
no,
Claus the
it's-
carrot and
it's always been deer season after Christmas. It's just I just you didn't know that."
So I could get away with that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if.
yeah, you've
anyone
been
else
married to
could do
this
that.
woman for a long time.
You want to? I mean, seriously, you want to know why we plant food plots?
Because if you plant corn, you get corn.
Mm-hmm.
And for this new late season, like seriously, that's when you want to have. That's when that food shines right there. Because that's I mean, if you get snow and you can go track down deer and chase them around like we do, which is another one of our strategies, that's a great way to go. But I mean, if you just got an hour to go after work or whatever that week, that's going to be perfect. But you got to be on food if you want to hunt that way.
Yep. Now I'm fired up for that late season. I took the whole week off. I'm planning on just hunting whenever.
Between
whenever
Christmas
I can.
and New Year's?
Yeah. I took the whole week off.
Oh boy.
I'm thinking about doing the same thing.
I'm gonna shoot does.
And we're gonna do the old
doe hunting.
We're gonna do the old Bill Dan walk around a side hill. We're gonna shoot some
You're
deer.
gonna send Bill Dan on a side hill?
What does that even mean? What are you talking
Bill
about?
Dan.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay,
We're gonna do
Billy
the old
and
Bill
Danny.
Dan. We're gonna do the old Bill Dan.
Bill the
side
Third
hill.
is called Bill Dan too.
We're
So.
gonna shoot some deer.
You got some white on your
wanna look it
mustache there. Yeah,
Yellow.
some cream
Little-
on there.
Is it
Bison.
bothering you?
Biden French onion.
If it's bothering you, come over here and get it off.
Well, this went exactly where I expected it to.
Well, you guys are up to what? Doing good.
3 hours. Yep.
Yeah.
It's midnight.
Over 3.
It's 4
We've
hours.
been on for exactly 3 hours.
4 hours past my bedtime.
Yeah, I know, me too. But you want to know what? We only do this once a year, so fuck it.
And we haven't really started yet.
We haven't. We got 5. We got.
How many?
It's like Billy. Alright.
We got. There's 5 bush left to drink, right? Is that what you said?
In my cooler, what's in your?
Yeah.
Danny.
Yeah, Billy's fridge should be full.
Yeah, it's not full.
Aren't we going for a rip anyway? Are we gonna
Hey,
take
bub.
something out here?
You still
I
want to go for?
have about 4 left.
Alright. So do we have anything important to talk about?
So we talked. We cooked some meat tonight.
Oh, lots of meat.
Is there anyone still with
You
us?
guys cooked meat?
We cooked loins. Damn. Lots of
You
loins.
never told me about that.
Is there anybody still with us here?
No, not here.
I'm still here.
Dallas is here. We got 3 listeners still. That's Dallas, and there's one other person still here.
Who's the?
AJ's on?
We got Aaron. We like Aaron. We know Aaron.
We love Aaron.
Who's big?
Big Show.
Big Show.
Big Show Brandon.
All right.
Right, some bitch.
I'd like to know him because
he's asking questions. He was hanging out.
He's actually here.
Yeah, he was there. Now he's here.
Aaron, we get why he's here.
Yeah.
Bush.
I wonder if Aaron's still with us. I wonder what he's seeing on camera lately. I'm fired up about. I was going back through trail camera pictures from last year trying to see. I'm pretty sure the Big Ten, one of the Big Tens that I've got pictures of this year at public, is a buck that I had last year that had very short G4s, like that made it a 10. That I'm thinking he's going to be a little bit bigger this year. But that buck, that's a big buck, so I'm fired up about that. But I got 3 more cell cams to put out there. Now I think I'm just going to surround that bedding area and try to really hone in on when they're coming and going.
Where are they right now?
What?
The cell cam.
They're in the backpack of my car.
It's a good spot for them.
Yeah, because I ran up in there and so this hunting spot is
you gotta charge this.
A fucking charger.
Yeah,
it's in my bedroom.
What have you been looking at all
never
day?
mind.
What, you been googling?
www.
We're good.
Yeah, you damn right you're good.
iPhone or Samsung?
It's an iPhone.
It's an iPhone. Of course, he's different than everybody.
We're fine.
Do you have the plug? I can get a.
Sarah's got the plug, but
Hey, be careful with that iPhone. You can't get the bullhorn app.
Allegedly.
How could Bison get you any better?
I know.
Just wait. So
Aaron's still on.
Aaron's still here. Aaron. Oh, Aaron. Dallas, we gotta. Oh my, Dallas, we gotta get Aaron on for a second, okay?
You know, Aaron really needs a better life.
No, he doesn't. Where is he?
What's up?
Aaron.
What's happening, fellas?
Wait, wait, hold on. Is Dallas on here too?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
we got both of them.
We got both of them.
Yeah.
Aaron, what's up, man?
Hey guys, I got an iPhone too, and it works.
Well,
I fucking love Aaron.
you're smarter than the average bear.
Hey, I'm the hillbilly of the group.
Yeah.
Which is saying
West
something.
Virginia.
That's saying something, Aaron.
Hey, God made water into wine, and hillbillies made water into shine.
That's right. Country roads.
Take me home.
Take me home.
Take me home.
Aaron, what do you got? You've been interacting the whole time, but what do you got anything? Just big stuff?
Just keeping up with my trail camera pictures. I got a couple of nice ones out by Kevin's place, but it's a nice area.
How big are they?
I got a big 6 that I've been keeping an eye on for the last 2 years.
I love big 6s.
Yeah.
Do you guys like big 6s?
I mean, I like anything.
Yeah.
It's funny.
With
Those
bone.
are like the weird ones. Just always seem to tickle my fancy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that for real?
Yeah.
So, Aaron, you got a pretty good buck last year. 10 point, right?
Yeah.
Two 10 points?
No, I got a small 8 the same time Big Jim got his buck.
Okay.
Whenever I saw him actually post that picture, I was able to get out of work and
Is that archery?
yeah, archery got in the stand and probably about maybe a half hour, 45 minutes in the stand, and it wasn't a big or anything special, being it was nice to have things fall together at that time. But it was a 8-pointer. Got John Peterson did the skull mount on it and stuff. It was nice.
Yeah. But
And
the one
then
you
I
got with the gun was pretty good.
Yeah, scored just under 132. It was a pretty good buck. I had pictures of him for about 2 years.
Nice. So is that bigger than Keith's buck?
I don't know if Keith ever got his buck scored, but he did have one extra point more than I did, I guess, with the 11 pointer.
But you guys killed those pretty close to each other. They're good bucks.
Yeah, same day. Keith got his at his place, and I got the other one over at Kevin's.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was good day.
Wales center bucks?
Ish. But that was good. Them were both for Kevin, right?
Yeah.
That was all good.
Yeah, he passed in August, and me and Keith were talking about it, and it's almost like he had a plan for us, and we both cashed in that day.
Good thing you could hit him.
Oh yeah, pour one out for Kevin. Good man.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Miss him a lot.
Fucking A. I just poured one out for you.
Yep, I think we all did.
Yep.
I'm pouring mine down my throat, but.
Yep.
I mean, you've really had a good couple of years over there. Like the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
You've knocked down some great bucks over there.
Yeah, the last 3 years have been good for me. I doubled up the last two, and the year before that, I got a nice 8-pointer over at Keith's area too.
Yeah, you shot a good one with the muzzleloader, right?
Yeah, it's the one that you
That was
guys
a good
had
wide
at your dad's place there. That last get together we had.
Yep. Yeah, you've been getting some good ones. That's a good area to hunt.
Oh, it is. Yeah. I mean, I've been listening to you guys and following you for a while, and picking up pointers, and it's helping out a lot.
So are you saying that we're helping you?
Well, yeah.
That's a ridiculous thing to hear. It feels good though.
Put 2 and 2 together, you get some good advantage.
Yeah, shit and 2 is 8. That's right. That's what Big Willie says.
Well, hey.
You know what it is though? It's just conversation, just people talking to each other, and you start to, everybody kind of put stuff together.
Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, seeing you guys, and especially your guys' dad, getting all those big bucks on your farm and stuff, that's pretty impressive what you guys can do with that area.
It is kind of interesting because, looking at like Brian in Dallas with you and your dad, and then Jimmy and I with our dad, like both of our fathers have had a lot of success in their hunting lives. And now we're to the point where we're kind of in that position where we're like trying to start putting much better bucks on the wall, which you and Dallas have. Jimmy has, but we've kind of been stuck in this rut of like 2.5-year-olds. Jimmy shot maybe a 3-year-old or 2, but like getting to that next level. But it is a lot of fun to kind of be going through that process with everybody as we all try to step our game to the next level. Because it is tough. Like it's, a lot of people make it sound like it's super easy to just be consistently shooting big bucks every year, but it's not. And it shouldn't. I was listening to a podcast today, and like it's not all about that. It's not all about shooting monster bucks every year. It's about. No, not. I mean, Dallas, I didn't ask for you to put any input in here. Okay.
All right, continue.
But it's not like it's
I'll retort after you're done.
Okay, thank you so much for your patience in my point here. But, it's like last year with me shooting those 2 bucks on that public land on the same piece of property that I've been hunting for three years, busting my ass, scouting, trying to figure it out. Never shot a buck on there. Never really had an opportunity to buck. And I shoot 2 bucks. One was probably maybe a good 1.5 years. One was a 2.5-year-old. Maybe it was the other way around. Maybe it was a 2.5 and a 3.5.
Yeah, they were both.
They were both. I'm very proud of both of those bucks, and they both. I closed the deal on both of them, but like it was the process that I enjoyed, and it was the process of, going in there on my own and packing out a heavy load. Like it was really, really fun to go through that process, and that's something that I may not do for forever, but it's something that I've done. And now I can kind of check that box, and I can like hone back in on what's going on our private land, But I don't physically own anything. Like, I have family that has property, but I don't own property. So it's kind of hard because it's like, I go to camp. Yes, it's my dad and my uncle that own that property, but it's not mine. So I can't dictate what goes on there. Whereas I can go to state land and I can go do what I want to do, and nobody can judge me. Nobody can say what you're doing stupid. Don't do that. You know, like, there's value to me to be able to do what I want to do.
Right. We still do tell you you're stupid.
Well, yeah, and no, I know, but then I can just leave you.
But it doesn't matter.
Drive an hour and a half away.
But it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Well,
No, I mean, we've killed good bucks, and like me and Dale have had the conversations. Yeah, okay, killed a 4-year-old buck, but would I have killed a 4-year-old buck if a 2-year-old came by first? Like a nice 2-year-old came by first? It's
sometimes it just happens.
You know, and now I'm over that part of it, but 10 years ago when a 4-year-old came by and I whacked him, that was awesome because I shot a nice buck. But was I looking for that? Not really. I was just looking for a decent buck, you know, and a big one came by, you know. So it's kind of like, me and Dale have talked plenty, and it's like, yeah, it happened, so it's awesome. Yeah, held out for a big buck, but
yeah,
it was just the first good one that came by, and it just happened to be decent, you know.
Well, I'll tell you too, after you kill something, you have to be realistic with yourself about why you killed that deer. Were you targeting that age class of deer or that particular deer? Like,
or
you have to be realistic with yourself and say, you know,
well, I know
if you're gonna try to kill a good deer every year, you have to be able to.
Right.
You have to think about why you killed that deer. Was it, you know, opening day of gun season and the neighbor bumped him over by you and you know.
Yeah, and it happens all the time. It happens for Danny. It happens for
3 years ago. I can make the case for that one.
Yep. And you know, it's all
that's
good.
Okay.
But
that's
is
okay.
it what
That's
you
why
were
you're out
looking
there
for?
hunting.
Yeah. Is it
That's
what
okay.
you were
That's why
looking
you're out
for?
there hunting. But
Or
when
is
you
it
tag,
just
when you tag that buck, you know, think about it. Be like, oh, did I kill this deer by luck, or you know, did I do something? And it, you know, it's okay, but
and it's a little bit of both every time.
Yeah.
Well,
and then
set in a good spot, or knew that buck was there. Or...
What's that, Aaron?
I was going to say you got to be selective on what your plans are when it comes to having that opportunity. You know, I mean, is this what you want to do, or do you want to hold out for something bigger?
Well, and it's like our conversation with the 3-year-old 8-point with the kickers on his G2s. You know, is that a buck you're going to shoot, Aaron?
Hey, you know, I mean, depends.
And
on
if you're happy with that,
yeah, exactly. I mean, you guys want to get bigger deer, and you guys have a lot more area. And where I'm at, you know, it's kind of an opportunist. You know, at the time, you got to make that choice.
Yep. And I will kind of correlate that to like that gun buck I shot last year on opening morning of gun season. I went back through all my trail cam pictures I had from that area, and I didn't think I had that buck other than the week before I shot him, but I had that buck several times. So he was in the area, as were all these other bucks. So that escape route that I shot that buck on, it was just him that morning.
Luck of the morning.
It
That's
was
the one
him.
That blew off of there.
It could have easily been any of those other big bucks that could have come through that area, but it was him. And I am super proud of that buck.
Yeah.
But it could have easily have been a buck that was 145, 150 inch buck that I had on camera easily. But that's what it is. And
so is he the next buck coming, or would you never saw another deer that
maybe
day?
not have seen another deer the whole rest of the day.
That's kind of how it works.
And that's what you got to ask yourself. Like, if you're out there to hunt and to just try to get that trophy buck, if that's your thing, that's awesome. But for me, I'm in it to, like, I want to kill that deer right now. I want to pack that meat out. That's what I'm about at the end of the day.
I think we all are. I mean, I would like to shoot it. And even if you say that's what it is, I'm sure you would love to shoot a big buck, right? How would you not want to shoot a big buck? But in the end, it's what you're happy with.
I feel like I have the greatest scenario for all of this right now. Because
you've been drinking seltzers.
Yeah.
Yeah, more seltzers.
Here's the biggest issue, Danny. We all miss you.
Yeah.
Oh, that tastes good.
Hey,
It tastes
Brian,
so good.
Yeah.
Back to your PA buck. You know that big one that you got, and the local guy had pictures of it, and you guys got together and kind of talked.
Cool.
That was cool.
You know, later on. I mean, that was awesome that the guy reached out to you.
Well, that's Billy with the power of social media, you know.
Yeah, that was cool though.
That was wild. So that was Steve Shirk, knew, Ralph.
Ralph, yeah.
What the hell's his last name?
Schurter.
It was Schurter. That's right. So Steve knows Ralph. Ralph and Steve had been talking about this Big 12 point that they've been watching, and then Steve knows us, so Steve sees that we shoot the buck,
And then sends
tells
it
tells it to Ralph, and then Ralph contacts us. Like, it's awesome.
Can we talk about how good of a day that was? Or how good, like good, bad? I want to backtrack to that day, because that was so much fun.
So
We're eating lunch.
That was probably my favorite day
On that
being
log,
down in PA.
I took a huge shit over the
We're
bank.
eating lunch.
Come on, we're pumped up at lunchtime.
we're
Pumped up at lunchtime.
we had
Peter Michael
huge-
shedding layers. He's sweating.
we had
Pacing back and forth in front of every sitter on this side of the hill.
just a ridiculous morning hunt. We didn't shoot
long.
anything.
5 hours.
We're all dead tired. We're all sitting on a fucking log. We're tired. We want nothing to do with it. Like, we're just like, oh, let's give me some sandwiches.
Me and
Like,
Dallas
let's
want
go.
something to do with this.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. There was a weird vibe going on when we were having lunch. We were all just kind of mellowed
I
out.
felt good about it.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
so did I, Dallas. And everybody's like, are you being sarcastic? No. We're going to fucking whack something
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
It just,
And that's
You know,
what happened.
that's just how, but I couldn't wait to do that hunt. And I know me and Dallas couldn't. I don't know who else.
Yeah. Well, you guys, so, I mean, from my perspective, I knew I was dropping down a hellhole, and I was about
back
to
up a
walk
hellhole.
back up a hellhole.
Yep.
So it was just not enjoyable for me. So from that standpoint, it was just like,
Fuck it.
my day was over. I was just like, this sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do it.
We're going to
These
drop down
two-
a hellhole, go back up a hellhole to hopefully
Yeah.
push somebody a deer. Right?
I had Jim with me. I was trying to point him the right direction. It was just wild. And then all of a sudden, so
It was right away.
Lesson-
we weren't even set up.
lesson.
We had just got set up.
Well,
right?
No,
Well,
you guys were going way down.
you were
Yeah.
walking
You were
with us.
definitely
Something about Dansville, Jim?
yeah.
Been drinking
yeah.
a bunch of Honey Browns?
Yeah.
Honey Brown.
But like long story short,
It's going to be a long story.
it's like
It's a Zailer sword.
that
I like
that
it.
hunt, like when you're in Pennsylvania, you just cannot get down on. You can never.
And I think back to it
you
was
can
the
never
third day.
get down.
It was lunch. We got
Yep.
one fucking buck.
We had 4 straight hunts with nothing.
a couple misses.
And it was just like, oh,
Yeah,
what the
what's
fuck
this
are we
gonna-
going to do now?
This hunt's going to take the rest of the day.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Yeah.
I got to fucking walk 4 miles. I got to do 2,000
Down,
feet
two
of
up.
elevator. I go way the fuck down here. I go way the fuck up there.
Suck it up,
We're gonna drink
Buttercup.
beers and go home. And I'm like, "Guy, can I just get in my bed right now?" And all of a sudden, it's amazing how quick it turns. It's just like, bam.
What was the first thing you heard?
It might have been Dallas on the radio. I was like, big buck, big deer.
Billy and I kind of stopped. We just split up to start, and we heard the shot. It was like,
What's going on?
What's going on? Me and Jim, we're sliding down.
Honey Browns? Jim Honey Browns?
Yeah.
Well, I was sliding down too.
We're sliding like Honey Browns.
I was sliding my Honey
Down the
Brown
hill.
right down there.
I'm like, so question to you in Dallas is,
Yep.
so you have, you're halfway down a ravine. You have
we're down.
hunting buddies that are at the top of the ravine. They're shooting, and you think there are deer coming down the ravine. Do you, in your head, think those deer are going to maybe shoot up at some point, or do you think they're going to stay? You think they're going to stay
Both.
down?
I think they could
All of them,
stay
everywhere.
or
It could
go
be
up.
anything.
The deer everywhere.
Dallas?
Well, I'm an overthinker in that situation, so I'll be running back and forth across the ravine, being like, I don't know if I should be up high or down low, but
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, I thought them deer were running, it was a perfect setup because all of us that were down in that ravine, that them deer were running down. They were just going towards our boys. So I'm like, oh, this is fucking perfect. I'm just waiting for the shooting to start.
I think they got through us somehow. I think the rest of them got through us.
Well, there was only 2 deer.
Yeah, I think the other one got through us.
Yeah,
I tried to follow his track.
If you want my opinion, I think he got below me and Jim, and I think he
went towards the main road. I know it. He followed that hill
Across
right
the
around.
road?
Yeah,
Between us?
which wouldn't make sense.
We're not even
No, he
close
went
to it.
towards the trucks.
AJ and I we went straight out that ridge and then dropped down. We jumped all those turkeys.
Yeah.
And then we got into that big snowstorm. Remember that? It was like a snowstorm that only me and you experienced. No one else experienced it.
No, we were in it, but
You were in it? Okay.
But you
Tell
guys
you
were
what,
all
though.
pushing.
Yeah.
But you think they went up towards where the turkeys were? When we
No,
first
they
saw them?
went towards the road. There was only 2 deer.
Oh.
The one died and the one went back up
Yeah, I
toward
think
Danny.
he went up and out.
Your Danny, towards where the trucks were. And I bet you he looped right up on top of that
Yeah.
stayed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He
I
didn't
think they
cross the big ravine where
they
the trail comes
came-
down.
Yeah.
He doubled back and up the
Yeah.
big hill.
That's where all
'Cause
those
nobody
deer went.
Everybody was hunting
There's-
here, and we.
Every fucking time we hunt that area, that's all they do.
Well, it
is
ain't gonna
they
happen
just
again.
Loop around up top to that same area
It ain't gonna happen again.
every freaking time.
That
But
area's
so
all clear cut.
could you guys hear us on the radio though? Because I know you guys
Just
radio. AJ was the only one
He-
answering at
he-
times
He relayed to me, and I had to relay to you guys.
because we were.
no,
the-
I had to relay to you guys.
But AJ was the only one I could hear, and we got 4 of us. It's me, Dallas, and 4 other people,
I could hear Brian.
all right there.
I could hear Brian occasionally, and then it would cut out, and then you would relay some of the information.
Yeah.
We were on the top of that ridge.
So-
I could hear my Danny say, "Do you want help down there?" And then Dale or somebody say, "Negative, just stay."
Yeah. Well, because we knew there was another big buck in there. But the problem was, all right. So me and Dallas should have been the slowest ones, right? So we went down the hill fast.
To be slow. You gotta be fast to be slow.
No, because you guys went that way, and we had to go back
Right.
before we dropped down. So we had kind of time to make up. Well, then it sounds like when I started shooting, that you guys were still up pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, we had just started.
Well, the other thing is though, when the creek goes down, you're higher up.
Yeah, you have more elevation to drop.
You got more elevation. The guys that are further down creek. So, but I was struggling. My knee hurt, and I got down whatever I could get down, and Dallas beat me down, and I didn't realize you guys were so far up. But you guys were all right in a line with us. There was 4 other people to my left, and the only person I could hear was you. And it's like.
That's crazy because he was way down from me.
So you weren't even the next one. You
No.
were the next
I
one.
was.
He was the
Yeah.
next one.
And you couldn't hear me. Or you could hear some.
Yeah, I had you guys somewhat. I was trying to.
But I never heard you talk. All I could hear was AJ
Yeah,
talk.
I was trying to relay what you guys were saying to
Yeah, to
these
everybody else.
guys and everyone else because I knew everyone else couldn't hear what what happened with you.
But I
guys.
remember saying 12-pointer down, bitch. You know, and
yeah.
AJ's like, you know, I can hear some more scuttlebug on the radio, and AJ's like, I think I heard him say 12-pointer down, but I don't know if they're joking. And it's like, not joking.
No. You know what?
I could definitely remember.
No, it's because the year before you found the one when you didn't have a gun, right? You
Oh,
and Card were up on top screaming like, "Are you just joking? It's the last push here." And
No, that
He
was
was right.
a bigger
He was-
12-point, and that was
You were 200
he
yards
smelled
from me.
your sweaty balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, Danny.
Yeah. He was not coming my way.
No, he was done.
I tell you what, we need to hit that Super Bowl next year,
Yeah,
and we need to hit it hard
both sides.
because there is.
Super Bowl's that side. The other side is where we killed the Dallas.
Yeah.
Has killed I don't know how many bucks, and
There is no reason for us to
that's the one where Brad shot his.
yep, the first
not
time,
just
Brad won.
attack that
Yep.
from all sides.
But isn't that messed up though with the radios that you're the next person? You
Yeah.
couldn't have been more than 300 yards. I mean, we're all like spaced.
But it was the terrain.
Yeah, but
Well,
we're all on the
that's-
we're all on the
that's-
side
yeah,
hill.
So you almost need a
No.
line of sight.
We're
Yeah.
all on the side hill. We're
Yeah.
all on the same side hill.
But when AJ and I got down, we heard you on that. There was a weird there's a logging road that comes all the way down that whole lick.
Yep. Yeah, it goes along. Yep.
Yep. And then
That's where I was shooting.
There's
that was where I was doing
there's
all the
like a
shooting from.
spine ridge.
I was on that logging
But
road, like
don't-
60 yards from the bottom, doing all the shooting.
Don't blame that on the radios.
No. But what I'm saying is that there was a spine ridge, and we caught you at the top of that spine ridge. And then as soon as we dropped on the other side, I lost you. I was the other side of the spine ridge. AJ, I think, heard you, so he knew what was going on.
Yeah. But he was down. You know, that's what I just.
Yeah.
So-
You would think it was a straight shot, but
So, did you guys hear all the shooting?
I heard all the shooting for sure.
Because all the sitters only heard like a shot or two.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I knew what was happening. I
Hey,
knew real well what was happening.
Danny, where
And
have
it
we seen
was
this before?
Awesome. It
Where have we seen this
was
before?
awesome. I was just mad because I think those bucks, I think those secondary bucks.
Yeah, we
So
needed
to me,
kill those. We
so
needed to
here
kill
was
them is what the problem was.
here's what I wanted to propose to you in Dallas is me and Jimbo were maybe halfway down that hill.
Yeah.
And you start blasting. And to me, so I have
Could you hear us on the radio before that?
I
Heard
kind of
some
knew
scuttlebutt?
what was going on, yeah. But
You're
so I'm halfway down a hill. I'm halfway down this mountain.
Mhm.
You guys are shooting at big bucks, and you say like you're telling me there's a bunch. So I'm like, I'm
There's
gathering
multiple big bucks.
Yes.
I'm out of bullets, and I don't think
Yeah,
any are
I'm
done.
gathering information. I'm like, okay, what do? I have Jim with me, no gun. He shot a buck already. So I'm kind of looking at Jim. I'm like, oh, what do I do? And so I was in a weird area. I'm halfway down the hill.
Yeah.
I have beach brush right in
Yeah,
front
so
of
you
me.
can't shoot through it.
So yeah, I can't. So I either hold up where I'm
Hold
at.
on, we got somebody trying to chime in here.
Sounded like Dale's.
Yeah, I think that was Dallas.
Oh, beach brush, that was it.
Yeah. So I have beach brush right in front of me, and I'm kind of, do I hold pat or do I
Get through it
just, I would have had to hammer down and get through the beach brush.
just to see.
I think what I needed to do was get to the bottom.
Penetrate.
Yeah, get all the way to the bottom, like at that point in time. But
Yep.
I think
But you think about it, and you don't know what to do.
Danny,
I think there's a lot of situations where those bucks would have hit the bottom and just
Went back up the other
straight-
side.
Yeah, just
And that's
just
that's the
right
thing.
up the other side.
if I wasn't doing the shooting, they were gonna cross, and they were gonna go
Yeah.
right up the other side to you.
Yeah,
That's
they're
what they
never
were
gonna
gonna do.
just.
They were coming down, and then once they were leaking and didn't know what to do, they stayed on that side.
So I think they
were trying to angle down.
I think they might have just stayed low.
But you're right. That's what they were going to do. Come down. I know it for sure. And they were going to
up on the other side.
Yep.
So I'm in this predicament of do I hold and let them come up to me out of that beach brush?
Slow down.
Hopefully.
Yep.
Or do I run faster than I know I can run?
And slide your ass down.
Slide my ass down.
And get them on the bottom.
And get them on the bottom. I think they stayed in the bottom.
You do, Dan. You can't. There's no way to predict what they're going to do. What you do is get your gun ready.
Yeah.
Just look.
Yeah.
Just be ready to start shooting.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Make sure your scope caps are up.
But I relive that a lot, Dallas.
But it's such a big.
I wonder to myself. I go, should I have?
Because you're the next person.
Should I have slammed down to the bottom? Because I think those deer went right down to the bottom.
Well, and I
think they
down.
slammed through there.
I slowed them
and
down.
I think somehow they got between me and AJ and Billy in the bottom.
Yeah,
I can tell you what happened is that I can tell you because this is stuff we talk about all the time when we're trying to set up these hunts is that you want to try to time everything right. So this is the first time hearing that me and Brian beat you guys down to the bottom, and it makes sense.
I didn't know either. I thought, I told everybody to hold steady because I assumed everybody was at the bottom.
It makes sense because they had to walk way out.
Too, your bottom is a lot higher than our bottom.
And you guys also had to walk way the hell out that point before you even started dropping down.
Well, you guys are already dropping down.
Yep, you're right.
So I get it. Thinking about it now, but at the time,
I never knew
that wasn't even something we were talking about. But at the same time, those deer could have busted across the creek and came right up your side, and you would have been just like they could have
pounding them like me.
You got to think about hunting these big woods that we do. Is the deer? It's a needle in a haystack situation. Them deer got to run you over to be killed. You know what I mean? That's just how we kind of surround them, and that's how we're feeling. But we make it gets better by timing everything correctly. Timing is key.
Right. We didn't time that, I guess. Me and you did, but
we never even talked about timing it. We never we thought it'd be okay.
Yeah, you guys kind of hammered. I think at the end of the day, you guys kind of hammered down the top, and we needed time to get down on our side probably.
I think what I was doing was I was watching Dallas, and I just was trying to stay with him, and he was the furthest person, so I think he was just trying to get down. It was 1:00 o'clock. We had to, like you said, we had to go down 2,000 feet, up 2,000. It was not 2,000, but it was not a nice hike.
I remember that.
And we knew that was going to be our last hike of the hunt, so it was just like. I just tried to keep up with Dallas, and I don't know. I don't even think I could see anybody else. I think, and we were all right in a line. I don't know why we couldn't see each other. It is what it is.
Brian, did you get that on the last day of the hunt too?
Yeah, it was the last day, last afternoon. Yeah, it was like 1 or 2 o'clock, something like that.
That's awesome.
I don't know when we found him, Dallas. Was it like 2?
No, it was like 1, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, because we had lunch. We had lunch early, like 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
and
it was like 11.
Like the guys were saying, they were kind of sitting around feeling, we were all feeling a little sorry for ourselves, but I also had a really good feeling about the afternoon hunt. I thought we could really go in there.
The weather was changing.
Yeah. I had big old high hopes. But yeah, there was a lot of people sitting on those logs that were just going, oh yeah, we're gonna kill something. It's like, no, let's go. We're gonna get into that valley. We're gonna push this shit out.
Side note, just relay that to the group. We got to relay that to the
we,
group.
We got to tell them that we can see there's a bunch of pussies in this group, you know?
We need the pep talk.
Talk about it.
That's up your alley there. You got to get the pep talk.
We were talking about it a little bit, and I'm like all revved up, and somebody's like, "Are you being sarcastic?" I'm like, "No,
we're gonna shoot a
we're
fucking
gonna go
monster.
shoot a fucking big buck in here. Let's go, let's go."
Yeah.
And then we fucking did it.
Yeah.
Well,
And
funny-
I probably said that more than once, but you know.
Well, the thing is too, you got some new guys and Dale and Brad. They were their first day hunting with us. They've never in their life have hunted with us. So they come down and we send them down to this freaking hellhole of the first hunt, right? And then we tell them to walk like 6 miles back to their truck and go drive up the road, right? And be a sitter.
And they're like,
and they're wearing they had to have
40 pounds of clothes.
So Dale happened to be able to hear. Dale was one of the few that could hear something on the radio, and he was like, 12-pointer? What are you fucking kidding me? So he didn't know if people were fucking with him or what. So he's like, never in a day in his life has he hunted with us, and we'd run around there like idiots, like chaos, and we come out with this buck, and we get to the top, he's like shaking his head, he goes, "You gotta be fucking kidding me, Dale." He's like, "You guys are incredible. Like, I never thought that kind of thing was gonna happen." I'm like, well, hey,
that's why we're here.
Sure,
that's why we're here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That was funny. Here, 12-pointer down age is like, you know, we can't really communicate. He's like, I heard him say 12-pointer. I'm not sure if he's serious. Yes.
We all knew it was possible at some point, but it's like hard to believe when you actually.
And
that's a good day of hunting right there.
2 years ago, you saw.
That's what I was saying.
What did you see? What?
And it was the same. It was kind of the same situation.
175.
Last day.
What do you think it
No,
was?
he was in the 160s at least.
Yeah.
But he was
huge deer.
He was a 20, at least a 20-inch wide,
huge deer.
heavy 10-point with big forks like a mule deer coming out the back. So he's a 12 also.
Awesome. Huge
and I had him
deer.
at like less than 40 yards, and I didn't have a gun because I didn't have a tag.
Yeah.
And I tried scaring him to Danny Boy. Didn't happen. Then you ended up shooting a little buck, right?
Yeah. I shot a bottle.
Yeah,
I mean,
65er. That thing.
Yeah, and I had a 165 in front of me. Danny Boy, I was doing everything I could. All I can tell you is I wanted you to shoot that buck. I wanted me to shoot that buck, but I didn't have a gun or a tag.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to shoot that buck, and he looked at me and said, "Fuck you," and he went.
Nothing's better than the it was probably a legitimate 3-year-old that I shot.
Yeah,
that first morning, and his horns fell off, and then I'm trying to hold his horns on, and I look like a freaking
Elmer Fudd with autism.
Yeah, but he was a good buck. Like, he had good mass. Yeah. His tines were all snapped off, like he had been brawling and fighting.
Right.
Tell you what.
No, we're running good stuff.
We've had some really epic hunts there. Like
the last few years have been awesome.
I mean, you have some days where you're like, "Damn, it didn't work out." Like,
yeah, this sucked.
Yeah, but you gotta stay positive and you gotta stay ready, because we've had some epic times. Like some of the hunts down there. I mean, that Super Bowl hunt, 2-3 years ago, whatever, when you saw that big buck. I mean, we killed 2 bucks, missed a couple more, and then had that giant in front of us. I mean,
yeah, and he was way bigger than what we got last year.
And then
That's all I can say.
Following year, when we went down and hunted a new spot, and I shot my buck, and then Brad and Jim shot them 2 beauties.
Yep.
That was a spot we never set foot in over where they shot their bucks.
Killed 3
all together. So we had one day where we hunted basically mostly uncharted territory and brought 3 beauties back in. I mean, that's...
Yeah, life is good.
I don't know. It's pretty impressive, I think.
Yep. Even if you're killing 115-inch bucks, you know what I mean? Like, man, they're just... That's awesome.
I'm pretty proud of them, deer.
You know, you remember what we used to go down there for? What did we call them? Pennsyltuckian devil deer?
Yeah.
That was 20 years ago, though.
Yeah.
And then they put a point restriction on.
Yeah.
Changed everything.
I never really was all that interested when we first started going down there. I'm like, I don't get this. I'm like,
yeah, it was just something fun to do. But
I live
we
on
weren't like,
you know,
we
we
weren't
we got
of the age.
we live on this farm that we can hunt and shoot decent deer, and we're like, let's go to Pennsylvania and hunt spikes. I mean,
Yep.
it really didn't make a lot of sense to me, but I credit them guys for having for whatever reason why they thought they should do that. It was Dad and Mike, and them guys, for whatever reason, they were like, we need to go spike hunting in Pennsylvania.
Well, because they drink enough beer in New York, they thought they needed to drink a little extra in PA, yeah. But we were pretty young. It didn't really make sense to us,
But crazy thing, though, I mean, they found that spot. I mean, that's the original spot. They found that in, 1999 or 2000. Yep. They went down there, when they scouted that out. I don't know how they found it even without, they had some shitty maps or whatever, but, the spot that they put us on, we're still hunting there.
Well, the first year we went there, AJ, we had Mike's creeper van, the big shaggin' wagon van. Oh, I'm not fucking around. So, down... No, he had his own shaggin' wagon. All right, so where we ended. So all right, where the big four corners are that we park, where everybody can park. The one time last year the one night we ended down below that.
Yep.
Well, if you follow that all the way down, it's a big campsite. So we had the wall tent set up. We had Mikey's big creeper van. We took that to Illinois. We took that to Maryland. We took that to PA. 6 or 8 of us in it, right? So we hunted there the first time, and we went all the way up that hill from that campsite, wide open, doing about a 1/4 mile an hour, spinning on the ice, bouncing off the frickin' banks. And that's how we hunted it the first time. We stayed it was Neil, Mike, Dad, me, Dallas, I don't know who else. Crispy?
No, it's just us.
Just Neil, Mike, yeah, and me, Dad, Dallas.
Yeah, it was opening morning. We were ramming up the hill, and I'm thinking to myself,
wide open, just frickin' burning the ice off the road.
Yeah. 5 o'clock in the morning, thinking, Jesus Christ, what are we doing? This is so
we
stupid.
Saw deer.
Yeah.
This might be a relative thing to talk about, but people might listen to this and they think I don't have a deer camp to go to or a trip. It all started that many years ago where you guys started going on this trip with just a couple people, and now it's grown to 15, 20 people.
Then we started staying right in town in a hotel with 3, 4 of us, whoever wanted to hunt.
Yeah.
We hunted with anybody from 3 to 5 people for most years. It's
it was usually between 4 and 6.
And where we're hunting, what is it, Dallas? 230,000 acres or something.
I've kind of mapped off our area and figure we're hunting a couple thousand acres.
Well, we're
but that's not even
thousand, but yeah,
a couple thousand.
But the area, the wilderness or state forest is a couple 100,000.
Is that's in Potter County, isn't it?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It could be, yes.
Yeah.
Could be Allegheny County.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
It's in Pennsylvania.
You're fairly 99% accurate, sir.
I actually worked in Coudersport when I moved up here.
Did you?
Yeah. And then I moved to the Buffalo region.
Did you ever hunt down there?
No, but I was out at a farm out there, which was a big landowner. They had a big country breakfast area in the Coudersport area. It was a nice little place. The Irways.
That area, in Potter County, it's an awesome area. You've got some ag, you have a lot of woods, but you just have that diversity, Yeah. It's a pretty freaking awesome area.
It's just awesome. But if you were just gonna go sit by yourself with a bow or with a gun, I mean,
How about the time that Jimmy and Brad got their bucks, and the guy sitting in the bottom of that bowl?
yeah, right.
How lucky he got.
Oh, Brad, yeah.
Well, another guy missed him, right?
Yeah.
The local guy.
The local guy
Oh,
missed
yeah,
the buck.
yeah, yeah.
Jimmy shot the one. The local guy
Oh,
missed
right,
it.
right,
And
right.
Brad shot
2
the
years
10
ago.
point.
Yeah.
I'm just saying how lucky that he sat
In
Oh, I
our
know.
in a drive with
And-
15 guys.
that we never did.
Yeah.
And didn't know where,
No clue there was somebody there.
But the other thing, like what I'm getting back to with Aaron is, it's such a good area to hunt. But if you were gonna go sit down there and try and kill deer by yourself, like, I don't know, you might not even see a deer.
No.
We definitely see deer when we're sitting towards the end of the night. We'll see a deer here and there, but it is not like here.
Right.
You sit for the day and you go, there ain't any fucking deer around here.
You
Yeah.
got to beat the woods, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's so many
Yep.
thousands and thousands and
Yeah.
thousands of acres, and these side hills are just so big. Like, yeah, you can sit there and you might see deer, but man, you also might not. You might sit there for a month and just not see a deer.
Well, where's the destination? At home you
Right.
figure they're all heading for that cornfield, so you can figure deer are going to be heading that direction. But in the
Correct.
big woods, where are they heading in the afternoon? They're going to get up and go and feed, but there's
They're
a
going to
million
the
acres.
oaks.
Yeah, there's a million of those.
Yeah, they're going to the oaks.
Million
They're
oak trees.
bedding in the
so-
oaks. They're feeding in the oaks. They're
Yeah.
They do have a lot of ag fields down there, so I mean there is food everywhere down in that valley there.
All the valleys have ag, but like where we're hunting, there's not ag within.
Look at the guy that was after the buck we shot. He was after that deer for
Dude,
years.
there was a lot of people after that deer.
Years.
I guarantee you. We saw the hunting
after
pressure.
Person after person
Yeah.
were after
So
that deer for
he
years.
originally had photos on the other side, right? In Super Bowl,
Yeah.
I'll call it.
Yep,
Right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yep, it sounds like.
Yeah, on the Super Bowl side.
Yeah.
In a clear cut on the Super Bowl side, I would say. Yeah.
Billy. So,
Uncle Dallas.
yeah, so we had increased hunting pressure there, at least in part because of that buck. So I'm thinking we should post pictures of that deer up and down the road of the dead deer so that everyone gets the point that he's dead and they don't have to continue hunting him.
Are you asking me to saturate Instagram with pictures of dead giant bucks?
No, I think we actually print out pictures of the dead buck and
And
post
put
them
it along the
on
road.
trees up and down that road.
I've never
So that
heard
everybody
this
would-
strategy before, but I don't.
I do have I've got a sales call down towards Pennsylvania next week. Maybe I'll take a road trip down into the promised land.
Yeah, because you got to figure everybody thinks, oh, that deer was still alive in
He's
gun
dead.
season. He might
He's
be
dead.
alive. They're down there hanging trail cameras looking for him, but
That would be hilarious to go down there and put instead of missing signs, put dead signs.
yeah,
on
exactly.
trees to
This
show the buck dead.
Dallas,
this
I think
deer is
you're,
not missing.
like,
Stop looking for him.
Yeah.
I think it's the complete opposite, Dallas. I think they heard the bushwhackers came through
Yeah.
and just fucking killed everything.
Yeah.
And
What was it
I
like?
think they're out of there.
The second day we were going down through that one, we did that hunt that we'd never done before, and we were going down through that little creek bottom, and there was all these hunters that were posted up in the bottom, and I think they were just blown away that we were all in there, and they were
Oh, they were excited.
they
they
were
were
excited,
happy.
but I think they were oh boy,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of people in here.
Billy, what'd you say that
Stacking.
Well, those guys
alone
were
not
all
lost?
out of the. Yeah, they were all coming out of that.
I walked right by their camp. That was a pretty sweet camp down there.
That was awesome.
It's a great camp, but could you imagine being so naive of sitting in the bottom there and just waiting, hoping deer are just going to drop down there in the middle of the day?
No.
There was we ran.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
A while
What-
ago. So I
you
met
could tell that
Uncle
these-
Dallas, you showed me a promise.
You could tell these guys hadn't killed a whole lot of deer up in there.
Right.
It's all about being assertive.
That being said, I was going to post up down there, but at least I knew that my guys were trying to push deer down there.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's all good if you know somebody's.
But then once I realized that these guys were lined up and down there all day, every day, the entire season, I'm like, yeah, no deer's going to run down in here. I'm climbing up the other side and going hunting for myself.
What do we got for left for alcohol out here? What do you got in that? Oh boy, the cooler's moved.
Hold on a second.
Any seltzers left?
Aaron knows.
Did you listen to that podcast, Aaron?
I had a lot of seltzers. Anyone?
Just a couple.
Did you listen to the podcast?
I think those are Pample Moose.
Where old Slick Willie got a little sauced up on some seltzers.
So I got, it's my last one.
Aaron.
Maybe. Yeah.
Aaron, we're proud that you're loyal.
You are loyal as a
listener.
bitch.
You shouldn't be.
Big fan of Aaron.
Hey, I'm a friend of friends.
That's right. So what's your thoughts on the podcast? You've been following along for a long time. What's your thoughts on things?
It's got good material. I mean, you guys have really good, input on, food plots. I mean, clearing definitely your area for the apple trees that you guys are doing on the farm and stuff like that, planting different types of crops. Reaching out to was it John Shirks out there?
John Teeter.
John Teeter, yeah. John Teeter, getting in contact with him, doing your podcast with him. You guys are, pretty tight with that. But, no, you guys got a good podcast going, Good info.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to, it's tough because there's a ton of hunting podcasts out there, but we're trying to keep it somewhat relative to local, where people, like us can all kind of come together in a community facet here and chat about stuff that's relevant to us at home.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm kind of a little bit of an outsider, but, I've been up here for 20 years, and I've been really getting into a good bit of hunting up here within the last 10, 12 years, and just being able to get out in the woods is just fun enough, let alone being able to get a good deer or, just seeing wildlife.
So where did you grow up?
I grew up actually in Eglin, West Virginia, which is about 60 miles southeast of Morgantown.
I mean, there's good deer down there, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some pretty good ones. I got, my cousin killed a 14-pointer on my grandparents' property back home in archery season about 8 years ago. He scored 174.
Okay.
All right.
West Virginia up and in.
Here we come, West Virginia.
Southbound and down, rolling up and trucking to the base.
That's Appalachia. Just pull up a topo map and tell me there's no big bucks in there.
Yeah. Say, boy, you got a pretty mouth.
West Virginia. All right, so Aaron, when are we taking a trip down there with you? We can do some big public land down there. I think that would be our.
We got the Monongahela National Forest, and there's about I think 3,000 acres. So whenever you guys want to.
3,000?
Yeah.
That'll get us through a couple hours.
Whenever you guys want to pony up, we'll make a trip.
Okay.
They do the late season harvest too, with traditional black powders and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. They just started that up last year, and they actually went to I think the second or third week of January with black powder, so it's pretty neat.
I would like to try
primitive. What's primitive black powder?
Yeah, it's primitive like we do in Colorado, or is it flintlock?
No, like flintlock or what's the
bareback
percussion?
Yeah.
Cap.
You gotta get naked and run around with run around with your.
Well, they say hang out with your wang out.
Yeah. You gotta go butt naked with your freaking muzzleloader. That's what flintlock means.
Yeah.
You gotta wear leather deer skins and shit.
Get your buckskins.
Yeah.
Like a good buckskin.
I'm bear buck. Going after the old whitetail.
Yeah, them things are tight.
Yeah. Old leotard.
Gets a bit stiff in the winter, you know.
Depends how quick you find them.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, do you breed them warm or what do you do?
I like
Keep feeding them.
Yeah.
Keep feeding them.
Holy shit! I can't believe you're still with us, Aaron. I mean,
Hey.
Dallas, I'm not surprised, but Aaron, that's pretty impressive.
Who's Luke?
Luke Cadillo?
Yeah.
I'm loyal.
Luke's a big deal. Luke's
Well,
he's
apparently.
Gladiator Unleashed.
Oh, that Luke.
Bullhorn is the shit until your listeners start downloading the apps.
No, he's saying wait till your listener will start
No, I
downloading
think
it.
he's saying, you're saying
It's the shit until they
it's
hear you.
a lot of fun until
No, that's not what he's saying.
people start fucking paying attention.
No. That's not what he's saying.
He's saying.
That's not what he's saying.
Pretty fucking fun.
He says,
Well, we like Luke.
hold on, let me zip up my...
Jesus Christ, Billy.
Oh my god.
Bullhorn is this shit. Wait till your listeners start downloading the app. It's so much fun.
Well, Luke shoots way better than Aaron Snyder every time.
No, he does not.
Well, I mean, he has a potential.
No.
No, he's good.
No.
I like him.
Luke, those guys are pretty funny.
Do you always wear your hunting vest
No, I was
while
trying
you're
to...
podcasting?
No, I was trying to promote
I'm
the
just
brand.
wondering.
No, that's all I was doing.
No, just checking.
Yeah. No, I thoroughly enjoy Gladiators Unleashed. Is really funny, and I've been following along with Caparocast for a while, and Mike Hearn is a friend of ours, so it's just all like correlating. It's a good time.
Mhm.
Mike's a good dude, and I hope someday to meet Luke or talk to Luke, and obviously Aaron has been a huge influence on all of us with all his info and knowledge and backpacking.
Well, I think we need to meet him in about 6.5 weeks.
Yep. Yeah, we very well may do that. We'll see. Time will tell.
So we've talked for 6.5 hours about nothing.
Yeah,
We tried to.
we're
talk about
we're
Colorado.
almost at 4 hours.
We tried to talk about Colorado for a little bit.
We kind of did.
A little.
Do you want to talk any more about it?
No.
No. I'm feeling great.
I'm feeling great about
It's raining.
just going out and killing something.
Yeah. AJ,
First
my
thing I
goal is
see.
to get AJ to
First thing you see, please shoot the first thing you
the
see.
first legal buck you see.
It's gotta have 5
then
inches.
and then I'm going 5 inches.
5.
You know, you're
Hey.
pretty familiar with that, right? All right. That's enough to breed them.
Well, that's on a good day.
I'm
Yeah.
a good judge at 5
Yeah.
I just fucking hope you guys have enough service to FaceTime me from the fucking mountain.
When we're
Because that's
feeding
all
them, when we're
Yeah, I
mounting-
just want. I don't
Bullhorn.
care. I don't care. I don't care if you just shot
AJ, hold him
one.
still.
I don't care. I want to fucking see it. I want to see you guys having fun.
Well, I know you're not.
I'm so.
I know none of us would be ashamed. You'll see it.
You know how hard it's been to not get excited about this trip in front of my wife? That's been the only deal with her, is that I can't talk about it all the time, because that was what drove her the most crazy the last 2 times.
It
Oh, it's like
drives my
Fight
wife
Club.
crazy.
Yeah.
Don't.
Just don't
First
talk about
rule: don't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah. So I just don't talk about it, and she's fine with it. I'm like, okay.
It's just gonna happen, and you're gonna leave.
Yeah.
They're gonna be gone anyway.
So ironically, they rescheduled the flights very similar to
Yes.
ours.
Yeah.
What
2
the hell's the
hours.
chances of that?
We're good to go.
It all worked out.
Are we driving together to the airport?
I'm
Yeah,
going
whatever.
with Sarah.
Well, and that's what. So
I'm riding with Sarah.
I guess it doesn't matter.
I don't know. I was wondering if like, because we can't all ride together.
Are you guys?
I don't
Dave,
know.
hey, I meant to talk to you. Can you pick me up from the airport
No, I mean,
when I
like,
come home?
If my
Maybe
wife and kids
if you
want to
feel
go,
something.
we can't all ride
No,
together.
like
Oh,
just need to
gotcha.
pick me up.
But I would like to.
How old?
I-
How old's my baby?
If
How
you wanna
old-
give me a ride,
How
there, I'll
how
just
old's
ride.
my baby?
It's just
Get
on
that
the
out
way
of your
home.
mouth.
That's gonna be
How
an issue.
old's
We don't
my
have a car
baby?
parked there.
1 month
At least
old.
one of us.
How much does the car cost?
But how old is she?
She's 1 month.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I'm not.
I don't
like
care. I can definitely pick
Oh,
you
yeah,
up.
we're having two conversations.
I can definitely
Is it
pick you up.
$10 a day?
But it depends
Long
what
term,
my
I think
baby's
it's around
had.
50, maybe.
50.
And
That
when
would
they
for
tell you
long term,
not
I
to
don't know how
have
that is.
Oh, I don't care about that.
a child
Because then we can just
during hunting season,
get in and rip home.
That's what I mean.
this is what they
Yeah, we'll talk
tell you
about
about.
All right.
All your best friends are going hunting in Colorado, and you're having a baby.
You should have thought about that when you were.
Real good,
That's,
Danny.
I had no idea.
Fill her
It's
up.
nice.
Fill her up, Danny.
Yeah.
Should have thought about it.
Hey, Danny.
Stop at 1. Don't
We-
have 3.
We want. What we want is you to come home.
We're gonna have 4.
4.
No. I'll
get it
be
over
honest.
right away.
I'll be lucky.
boom.
I'll be lucky if I
So
can
at
ever
6
go to
weeks-
Colorado again after what I had to deal with last time.
No,
Yeah.
in 6 weeks I would just
Yeah.
fill her up again.
Yeah.
And just start the
Yeah,
process.
I just like if your wife ever has to deal with you being in the hospital 2,000 miles away, things.
My wife would probably be like, insurance company? What's he worth?
Yeah.
So-
I'm not saying it.
Can I up
I'm,
that?
I'm just saying like.
I was in the hospital in Colorado. My dad left me, and
Yeah,
I wasn't
know.
married to Molly, but she didn't really talk to me much.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
She was in Batavia somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. Whatever.
I was only in there for a couple days. It was no big deal.
Uncle Dallas, you got any tippers for AJ here?
When's on?
Yeah.
Listen.
When are you coming up?
When? Yeah, I want to. I think he's got something on his mind.
Well, he's got so many mule deer points that we got to find him a good unit, and then he'll.
You guys want to roll
Can we
with me
get
in the
him to go
mountains? I'll
off
shoot, you
the
carry.
no points.
What's that, Dallas?
You want to roll with me in the mountains? I'll shoot, you carry.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, it's not.
I
Not
see your
quite-
lips moving, but I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand the words coming out of your mouth, but no.
Would you like to shoot mule deer with us? No
Yeah.
points.
Well,
Colorado.
picture Dallas in Pennsylvania, and then compare it to out west. It's going to be very even better
The nice
because
thing
there's
about
More
there's
gooder.
actually more deer out
Oh yeah.
west.
nice-
Pennsylvania, we were shooting needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
Out west, it's like, oh look, there's 17 deer. It's
the,
like,
the nice thing about mule deer is you shoot.
Yeah,
If you shoot one, you're gonna eat it in 3 days. So
That's Brian's plan.
all you're doing.
I don't want.
All you're doing is taking out the horns. So you have to shoot more than one within 3 days, or
to take a trip out.
you're not. Yeah, or
Or
you're
else you're
just
staying
not
in.
taking one out.
I
You're
like it.
eating the sumbitch.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, I suppose so, Uncle Dallas.
All right. Question coming in from a listener here. Listener, this is Dallas from Franklinville, New York. He wants to know, do you guys set goals at the beginning of the like summer goals for your season? Like goals, or would you call it expectations or something? Like, what do you think going into the year? Summer's the time for like being optimistic and whatnot, but what do you think? Billy's a very goal-oriented person,
Yeah.
I feel like.
My goal is to beat my fucking brother in the whitetail American Championship,
No.
Harvey Great American Whitetail.
Yeah, but
Harvey
Billy-
Championship.
Billy,
Huh?
I think the
We know you're
whitetail
gonna
challenge. I
What
think the
he's saying
whitetail
is-
challenge has clouded your mind a little bit.
Yeah.
Has it?
Yeah.
You think so? Okay,
Yeah.
this is a reckoning.
What he's saying
opportunity.
is, you have a goal, but throw that out. Do
Okay.
you have any other
All right.
goals?
Yeah.
no.
Let's
that's
have a
about
little
it.
reckoning.
Yeah.
Billy, let's
Yes,
have a
I-
little reckoning on the
yes.
whitetail challenge. Why don't we back her down a little?
Let's shoot the biggest buck.
Why don't we
All right.
why don't we
Okay.
back her down about 10 or
Okay.
15%?
All right. Oh, okay. This is
All right.
an awkward moment for
This
me.
this really went.
Yeah. Yep. This is. I'm not. You shouldn't. I'm not.
He's taking his microphone off. He's going
Yeah. Sarah just flickered the light twice. She wants me in bed. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm thinking.
Do you want me to? I can start here, Dallas.
No,
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me start. He pointed at me. I'll answer. Is that all right?
Yep.
Oh, if you want to.
When you're done, if we're still here,
Go ahead. Yeah. I'll go next if you want. Fine.
we'll go in order around.
I can
I'm
definitely
going home
go
by
next.
3.
Yeah. I'll wait. I'll put my mic up. You let me know when you're done.
No, I feel great. Thank you, Danny. Go ahead.
All right, Danny.
He's fucking basic ass white
Danny
seltzer.
wants to talk. Why don't you let him talk?
I'm getting a little thirsty.
Oh,
over here.
I thought Billy was going to answer this one.
What the fuck? Where's all the booze?
We're waiting, Billy.
He still hasn't.
What was the question?
I think his question was,
What's my goal?
In life.
Yeah. I just want to be the best American I can be.
All
And I
right.
just want to fill my freezer.
All right.
That's where I'm at.
All
Well,
right.
you know what? I don't want to shoot. I
Is
don't
your
wanna,
fridge full?
My fridge is full as a motherfucker. Yeah.
You want to be
So,
Big Jim.
Of seltzers?
Of anything?
I hope so because I'm.
Oh, there,
Somebody's a little thirsty.
there's
Stop for water.
cervezas. Yeah, there's cervezas in my fridge.
I like cerveza.
what are
My
your
garage
goals?
fridge.
Bill Harvey, what are your goals for this upcoming hunting season?
I have a giant buck.
Yeah.
A big 10, two big 10-pointers on
Yeah,
my public land cams.
yeah.
And I very badly want to shoot a big buck on public land. That's my goal this year. That's my goal. Period. Big buck on public land.
Phrase that
10-pointer,
stronger
one of the
for me.
10-pointers on public land. How hard do you want it, Danny? Where do you how
got
hard?
No, this is something really good we're getting at here, Billy. So how
Is
much are you really going to, like,
Are you going to stick with that?
are you going to really
I'm gonna
dedicate?
shoot a big buck. I'm gonna shoot a big buck this year. Something
No,
that
no.
I might want to call a taxidermist about.
No, I don't want you to back off on this. I mean, you're getting at something here.
Am I?
So you got 2 big, giant bucks on public land that you want to chase after. So, I mean, how much time are you going to dedicate towards going after them? I mean, are you going to get after it?
Probably
Are
not
you gonna
that much. I got to quote a bunch of buses in October
All
and
right.
November.
Yeah.
So I'm
All right.
figuring.
So you're
How
going to
long
hope
does it take to quote?
you're going to hope that you go up on the public land and run across one of these deer.
No, so my game plan is I'm gonna surround this bedding area that I've identified. I'm gonna surround it with 6 cameras. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to attack this bedding area early in September.
Ooh, heavies.
That's all
And
there is.
my goal is to shoot a good buck early in September.
Okay. September.
And but,
Good for you.
Oh, Colorado!
wait. I'm gonna shoot
September's a nice
I'm gonna shoot a forked horn bull elk in Colorado. Okay. I'm gonna shoot a cow right in the butt in Colorado.
You can shoot a cat.
Yeah. And I'm gonna eat all of its meat while I'm in the mountains. I'm gonna eat all of it.
Oh, I'm hungry.
And Trigger's hungry too, so we're gonna feed Trigger. Because he's wasting away to nothing. This kid's like, he's skin and bones. He's
Hey, protein.
yeah. So that actually answers your question. But then I'm going to shoot every freaking doe I have an opportunity to shoot. So if I'm at
All
the
right.
farm and there's a doe that walks out, I'm fucking whacking her. If there's a
All
doe anywhere, I'm going to whack her. Right
Let's
in the
hear from
brisket.
Danny now.
Okay, Danny, go ahead. Dallas, is that the answer you were looking for, Uncle Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, ultimately, I knew it was going to boil down to I'm going to shoot every doe I have a chance at. So, all right. Danny.
I'm personally looking for I'm looking for a buck. I
Shut
wanna
the fuck
shoot.
up. Hold on. Who loves
he
shooting
didn't even
does?
say anything.
Wait, I know, but the motherfucker's going to talk about bucks. Who loves shooting does?
I like deer.
I love
Me.
does.
I like.
No, does are the best. You like shooting does?
I mean, I like.
Hey, does before hoes.
Yeah.
I can't tell you that I don't like shooting them.
Big bucking bucks. Big bucks. Big bucks.
You need the meat. You got another
Hey, you got
remember?
No, I don't. Like,
you got to
my
grind
dad,
that shit.
I got beef in the fridge. I'm not worried about it.
Do you?
Yeah.
You got beef in the fridge, bro? Your eyes are getting a little lazy.
I want deer meat in the freezer no matter what. I'll shoot does. I don't care. But my goal this year is to shoot like a 130 plus. Like I want to shoot. I don't have a good deer on my wall. And
got some
like
good ones, but yeah.
I've got my biggest is 120s class probably, and I want to shoot bigger. Like I want to shoot a bigger deer. That's my goal.
Get some.
Woo! I want to shoot some big fucking deer.
Yeah,
I'll
bitch.
shoot a big fucking buck.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
what I want to shoot a fucking 140,
Yeah.
150,
60.
fuck. I don't care. 180. I don't care. Big fucking deer.
200.
I like it.
I want to shoot a big fucking deer. That's my goal this year.
I think we all do.
What do you think about that, Dallas?
I think get some, Danny.
Or Trigger's turn?
Yeah.
Well, first I'm going to crush a big 4x4 muley.
Ooh,
Colorado. Yeah. I'm thinking 190 inch.
Was that right?
I'll shoot a 170 if I have to, but hoping that the big one walks out. 170 or just 70. Either way, you know. I want to shoot a nice muley buck. We really don't have any bucks. I mean, there's some decent bucks around home, but I haven't really seen anything that I'm 100% sure I want to shoot. I don't know. I've pulled cameras a couple times in Pavilion. I think seems like there might be a buck there that I would shoot, but really, I only got a couple pictures, so I honestly don't have anything around anywhere that I hunt that I am interested in shooting.
You guys seen that?
So I don't really know. My
that?
plan is to shoot a big buck in Colorado.
That split G2 buck in Pavilion? Is he gone?
They claim he was gone, but it was a buck we had a ton of pictures of that they posted on Hunting WNY. They showed all the split G2 sheds and showed this buck that was a 9-point.
Really?
And he was huge. He was a 140-inch 9-point. But I had already had pictures. I have had a ton of pictures of the double split brow
Sure,
time
thinking
buck.
he may have lived.
Haven't seen him since.
I haven't seen him.
And but the neighbors posted on Hunting WNY that they killed the big split brow or split G2 buck.
Okay.
Because they held his sheds there with a straight, clean 9 that I had a bunch of.
It's just his sheds.
Yeah, they laid all the sheds out of that one buck next to this buck, and so I don't know.
That's weird.
Very
because
weird.
that buck was awesome.
Yeah, and he wasn't going to score. He was like not a crazy scoring buck, but would have been big.
AJ, what's your goals for the year?
Shoot something bigger than I've already shot.
Bush.
Yeah, let me do this. One, get a muley.
You need to get better
Any
with
size.
the
I
trigger.
don't care.
Yeah. It's a common problem with you, kid.
I tell you what. I tell you what. If you get a shot at a muley, I would take it the way you take a Pennsylvania hunt. We drive down to Pennsylvania, and it is shoot a legal buck.
Yeah.
And if you get a shot in
At a
Colorado at a legal buck,
I would take it.
you can hold out for a bigger deer, and like there's nothing wrong with that. But like there's also nothing wrong with shooting a legal buck.
Yep.
And
So
like
if it's a 4-point,
if you shoot a cool
anything.
small legal buck in Colorado, you still got
Oh.
meat. You still got meat on the ground.
Trust me, I'm going
It's
to.
still
First
like
thing
a,
that comes in front of me that's legal.
Like, yeah,
That makes me happy.
Holy shit.
it's just like it's a cool trip. A lot like most of you guys are going for mule deer.
Yeah, me and him are.
You can eat
He's got a mule deer tag and an elk tag.
4 or 5 guys are going to eat a mule deer in 2 days.
We can eat 100 pounds of meat.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
you're literally going to eat a mule deer in no time.
We're gonna carry the front shoulders out.
Yeah.
we'll float those butthole sandwiches down the river.
You'll eat in 2 days. In 2 days, you'll eat you'll eat fucking half of it. And you personally can carry the rest of it out if you want more meat. Like, it's not.
Yeah, if you kill one in the afternoon,
Yeah.
you can come home and eat the back straps between everybody. And
Yeah. Like, meat-wise, don't plan on bringing meat home, basically, from that mule deer.
I like you, Danny.
Shoot one.
This is why we
Bring
need
a
to hang
fork
out.
and matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fork and mattress. Right?
But this is why me and Danny Boy need to hang out a little more.
Danny, do you live in our neighborhood, Danny?
Just send me and Brian down to the bottom
You know you
With a
can't carry
fork
anything out. Yeah.
with a fork and matches.
We're not worried.
Figure it out from there.
Hey, who's that giggling? Who's that?
I love the fork and matches.
Fork and matches.
Well, that's
I'm
what
going-
somebody told me in Tard in Colorado. The first year I took Tard, they were like, we think we're going to go down in there. And we talked to like 6 people. They're like, no, you shouldn't go down in there. They're like, do you understand what it takes to get down there and back? And we're like, I don't know. We could hear it like elk bugling over there. Like, oh yeah, elk bugle there all day. But they're like, take some matches and a fork, and when you're done, come on out. They're like, you can't, like, they're like, we went down there like 20 years ago and killed an elk. Like, that was,
Left it there.
yeah, you ain't carrying it out. And we're like, all right, I guess we'll take our matches and our fork.
With Mr. T, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, he could eat 15 pounds of backstrap himself.
So we went all the way down there, hopping deadfalls, and it took us, 3 hours to get down there, and we hiked along this creek and never saw or heard anything. We hiked out at almost dark and just all like big freaking bull bugling like crazy, like up towards the road right where we came in. We were pretty close to him.
AJ, your goals? We already asked you that, right?
Yeah.
You just said something bigger.
Something bigger than I already got
For whitetail season, but
for whitetail, and then
if we
for
go to
Colorado, it's first thing that's legal.
I think you should first shoot the
I like
first
you.
thing that's legal.
You should. I almost said that 2 years ago.
I'm out there for the experience. I just
Yeah.
want to be out
Oh.
in the mountains there.
Well, you're gonna get an experience one way or another. So if you want to shoot something, it's gonna just make it even better, whether it's good or bad.
I want to see an elk. Something else I want to do out there.
Yeah, here's something.
Yeah.
That was my
Yeah,
that was my thing.
yeah.
For,
Experiencing that is top of the list.
It's pretty cool.
yep. That was my first 2 trips. I'm just like, just hearing an elk bugle is there's nothing like it,
So, I guess
You think we're done?
Aaron, yeah, we're edging here. Aaron and Dallas are still with us. Aaron, you got anything? God bless you both. God bless you.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you,
friends.
friends.
Oh, we're about to take a side-by-side ride and
Yep.
potentially ruin our lives.
No, just our marriages.
Yeah, marriage.
That's all right.
It's no big deal.
Dallas, remember the last time we took a side-by-side ride, middle of the night? Remember that? No, you don't remember that. That's
no,
right.
but
No, that's the
point,
problem.
right?
Yeah, Dallas doesn't remember that.
That's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the point.
Should we
Yeah.
pick you up?
You want us to come to Franklinville?
Tell us now. We'll be
it's
there.
It's raining pretty hard here.
Here's
Aaron-
the problem. He didn't say no.
All right, Aaron, anything you got for us before we wrap this puppy up?
Yeah, I got, I missed out on my South Dakota hunt. I didn't draw any tags this year, which is kind of a bummer. But it was my first time applying for tags. But hopefully I get some preference points and see what happens next year. And
So what were you going to do in South Dakota? Mule deer hunt?
yeah, mule deer and whitetail.
So it's just a tag for either, right?
Yeah, we applied for both. It was in the Black Hills, so.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about it. It was me, my brother, and like 3 other guys. We were planning on making a trip there, and
Nobody got them?
nobody got any tags this year. So
What are the odds? Like, should you have guys got them or no?
no, I mean they said the chances for us getting them first. Well, for me, from being a first draw, not very likely, but occasionally, depending on your application submission, whenever you submitted your paperwork and stuff, if you get it in early enough, they said that you might draw, but it didn't happen for me. But it's my first experience by doing this, and we'll see what happens next year. I'm going to try going until I get it, and but for whitetail this year, I'm hoping to either try to get the big 6 that's in the backyard, or there's a heavy kind of like webbed 8-pointer that's on my cameras right now, so it's one of those 2 for whitetail.
So would you ever put preference points in for any other state than South Dakota, or?
Nope, this is my first time ever.
Because like that's what we do with Colorado. We just put in for preference points so that if we want to go, then
You just build your numbers up, and then
yep, you don't have to
makes it
apply for a
easier.
tag. You just put in for a preference point, and then if you do put in for a tag and don't get it, you also get a preference point.
Nice.
That's what's tough
Yeah.
about what New Mexico doesn't do preference points.
Yeah.
Arizona kind of does preference points. There's a whole bunch of states out there that don't quite do something like that.
Arizona does preference, doesn't it?
They do, but it's a different
It's
way.
a lottery, yeah.
It's a lottery,
It's a
so they just
weighted
put
lottery.
you in more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where Colorado, it's just if there's somebody with 30 points and they put in for it, they get it first, and then if the next person has 2, then they get it, and
Right.
it just
Yeah,
works.
my dad. Yeah, I was going to say my dad actually drawed the first year he went to New Mexico, and he got a nice 6x6 out there in Taos, New Mexico. And years before that, he tried a couple times in Colorado. Went out there once, didn't get nothing, and then he went to Montana and ended up getting a elk and mule deer on a combo hunt. So it was pretty cool.
And that's what they used to do. So Idaho, that's where Dallas and Dad and Mike and Chris, they all went out to Idaho, and it was a combo hunt, right, Dallas? Are you still on?
Yeah, elk and mule deer.
Oh, Dallas, how are you?
Good to
Dallas?
hear your voice, brother.
Oh, it's a pleasure, brother.
But that's a sweet,
That's
a sweet hunt, right? It's a hard hunt, but it's nice because it's rifle and you can shoot a deer or an elk, right?
Mm-hmm. We did.
And you guys did. Leave it to Robert,
Yeah, I went out there twice, and we got, I think we got 7 deer and an elk in 2 trips.
Yeah.
So.
And you shot out deer both times, right?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Well, and Robert's a fucking machine.
In the butt.
Was a machine.
Wow.
Was, yeah.
Yeah.
Till he fell in love.
Well, love is tough.
Yeah.
I was going to say another thing to add to this, being part of your guys' group the last couple of years, whenever you're at your dad's house and stuff, whenever you guys went out west to mule deer hunt, that really sparked my interest and got me wanting to expand my horizons and try to, do the mule deer and possibly an elk hunt in a couple of years. But it's something on the bucket list to do if you're a hunter. It's a good thing to try.
You just got to do it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think if you want to hunt and you want to kill an elk, I mean, I don't know. That's my biggest goal in life. But then when you start applying for tags, it's like, oh wait, I could potentially kill a deer and an elk. Fuck.
It's a big animal.
It's a big animal. It's a hard animal to kill. It's a big animal. It's a hard animal to get out. Deer just seems more attainable, right?
Yeah.
Seems like I'm not saying they're easy to kill, but they're easier than an elk.
Oh yeah.
I think.
There's no doubt.
A lot local and a lot easier to get time off work, and you don't have to plan that too far in advance,
Right.
100. Should we wrap this sumbitch up? It's almost 2:00. Can you believe that?
I go to bed at 8:30, so
Yeah.
I've been asleep since then. So let's go take a ride.
We'll take a rip. We'll take a rip.
Oh yeah.
Load her in that old tracker.
Oh, happy days.
Happy days. I got about a quarter tank of gas left.
Oh, that
You think
gives
we can
us
burn
a
it?
couple hours, yeah.
All right. Where are we going? You got any muddy spots in your yard?
Oh, hey,
No?
Danny, before we go, how's those chickens doing?
Oh, I'm feeding them. We got eight chickens. They're laying eggs, and they're feeding us.
You haven't been breeding them?
No, he's
Well,
feeding
no.
them. They're
They're feeding us.
Yeah.
Feeding us.
We should change our
Feeding you.
hashtag to feeding us.
Hashtag feeding us.
Oh, it's feeding you.
Feeding you.
Feeding you.
Feeding you.
not breeding you.
I can't say thank you enough to Aaron and Dallas for
To the
tuning in here.
two
Till
loyal-
freaking 2 a.m. Are you serious? This is unbelievable. God bless you.
Hey, now it's Sunday Fun Day. You guys go have fun.
Yeah, now it's Sunday.
I really enjoy Sunday fun days, so
Yeah,
maybe we'll
you
just
had-
keep this going.
Hey, here's the deal. Let's go up to Brad's yard and let's fucking tear his yard
Yeah.
up.
You think you make it through the pool? Probably the shell end.
Yeah, I'll be all
You think you'll make it through a security system?
right. Yeah.
Fuck Brad. He'll be
He'll
fine.
sense us coming. He'll give him a vibration in between his fucking loins and his
Well,
grundle.
his flaps
Yeah.
get they start going
They
like
dry
this.
out, yeah. There's a natural reaction that happens.
Hey, Billy, before you go.
Yes.
August 22nd, Dirt Nap.
Yeah? You coming?
I'll be there.
Okay. I knew you. I deep down knew you'd be there because
Oh,
Brian and Dallas are dailing on me,
Yeah.
bailing on me.
Not really
Really?
happy about that.
Yeah.
Why, are
We
we
got
not gonna be
an
there?
awesome event planned. We got gun raffle. We got basket raffle with we have a lifetime hunting license.
Hey,
Dallas,
when
where are
we-
we gonna be? Bellsville?
Yeah, but aren't we coming back Sunday?
Ooh. Are we,
You
or
bet-
are we coming
Ooh.
back?
I think you probably
Oh.
should.
Oh, get that
Hey,
camper
fellas, you
loaded
better
and
buy
home
your
by
ticket.
10.
You better buy your
No,
ticket.
we're going
Monday.
like
They
Wednesday
got-
to Sunday.
Oh, if we are, that's good. But I thought
Oh.
we were going like Sunday to Wednesday, Saturday to Wednesday.
No, let's check. We'll check it out. We'll report back with the results.
Reporting back
Roger.
is Dallas and Trigger and doubtful to be there.
Not counting on.
Because I'm pretty sure, because I already. Yeah. Who's this?
Hey, you
Somebody
guys
calling?
gotta run up the Hey, you guys got to run up the Wendy and
Is
get
that
your
a
ticket.
bullhorn calling?
Hello?
Hey, there's
Oh,
Ralph.
boy.
Hey, Billy.
Hey, Aaron, what's up?
There's a ticket up at Wendy. You can get a pallet of beer.
At Wendy?
Yes.
At the correctional facility?
No.
What have you been
Brewery.
visiting there on
That's way
on
too
Well,
Sundays?
Thurs-
like 7
No, Thursday's cornhole night.
Anything?
Windy.
Windy. Windy, not Wendy.
Wendy Brewery. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, get
Free
you a ticket
pallet of
and
beer.
get a pallet of
Oh,
beer.
it's for the
Oh,
Harris
the
Corners.
The brew,
Sheldon.
Beer Fest.
Corner or Sheldon?
Sheldon.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They draw that this weekend.
Could be neither nor.
Let's
That's
draw it
tomorrow.
this weekend.
That's
That's tomorrow.
today. It's actually today.
Yeah, that's
Are you going?
And maybe.
Yeah, you are. You're a resident. You're a taxpayer.
Brad will be there.
No, he's at the lake.
What everybody always says, the lake. No one knows what the lake is.
It's any lake other than
It's
than
like
here.
there's 1,000 lakes in New York fucking
Why are you
state.
holding that in your mouth? And who
Because-
the fuck was Brian talking to?
Because the lake bothers me a lot. Like everything. Oh, I'm going to the lake this weekend. Well, no one knows where you're going. Like no one knows. You're not. You're not like.
I miss
Like
you,
it's
bro.
like.
I miss
Oh, like
Hey.
I'm going to the lake this
Hey, you're
weekend.
yelling. You're yelling.
Like oh,
Hey, you're in my-
This
I'm
is getting
going.
hostile.
Yeah.
It's getting hostile.
You're yelling.
It's almost 2, and my wife just realized I wasn't home.
Oh, well, my wife realizes.
Well,
I'm
you're
not.
probably going to the lake. hopefully she knows where. Hopefully she knows where that is because no one else in the fucking world knows where the lake is.
That was actually good.
She just wanted to make sure I wasn't in the ditch.
You, you want to rip home? I'll follow you home with the side by side. I'll turn the ambers on. I'll follow you home with the ambers.
Hey,
I'll race you with the heavy Chevy.
you better turn in before you end up in a lake.
There's a lake on Valley.
Oh, 1077 the lake, yeah.
All right, let's just wrap this shit up. We have a hard time ending things. Okay, you think so?
Well, I'm good at that.
But I want to finish my survey. So.
Yeah, why don't we start where we ended?
Thank your two listeners.
All right, yeah. Well, Dallas, Aaron, you guys are true loyal friends and honorable some bitches.
Why don't we finish where we started?
Yeah, we're gonna
Which was nowhere.
Yeah, we're gonna eat some chips and stuff.
Chips and dip.
Yeah. All right, thank you, boys. Appreciate you tuning in.
Later.
Good night.
Fade 'em.